Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. DJ Torch in the house. You know how it's going down. Yep. Like to welcome everybody to the show. Should I play music? What do y'all think? Nah, I think I'll get right into it. Because I got a lot of what I call warm-up clips that I react to until everybody gets here. Might as well do that. Get that out of the way. We'll kick some beats, kick some music next time up. Yeah. A lot going on. A lot going on. A lot going on. The one thing that amazes me about people in our community is the lack of remorse. You know what I mean? The lack of remorse. King Sigma is in the house. Hey, what's up, King? What's up, King? What has been up? When was it? We talked a while. It's been a minute since we talked, huh? I think it's been like a long time. Yeah. How long has it been? A long time. Anyway, how's your video games coming along? Let me know, bro. You still playing them? Still in that fort house or that night fort or whatever, whatever it is. All right. Well, anyway, let me get to my reactions here. Let me get to my reactions. Here we go. One of my favorites, Judge Boyd. Let's check out what this dude did. Here we go.
Reached out again to the same victim, Jade Olguin, saying he needed to talk to her. She agreed to talk to him because he said he was going to hurt himself with a shotgun. She is with another female. They meet at a park. When they are at the park, he takes her cell phone from her. He starts scrolling through her cell phone and walks away. She tries to get her cell phone back from him, and he's walking towards his car, and he says, "Look what I got." She didn't know what he meant, and he retrieves a shotgun out of the trunk of his car. It alarmed her. She said she feared for her life.
Yep, folks, that happens all day, every day. Sometimes on Sundays. Some dude's acting up. Here we go.
To CR0816, State of Texas versus Kevin Anthony Johnson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Lorena Rommel for the state.
For the defense?
Miguel Hernandez for the defense.
And are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, on June 23rd, you enter.
King Sigma, we went over some ladies, I guess, a couple weeks ago. I guess you missed it. Of course you did. Jackie Gaines in the house. Jackie, it's good seeing you. It's really good seeing you. So King Sigma says, when you gonna cover the women, especially the ones that delete their own kid? Indiana mom in the house. King Sigma. Chester. Did you know that the deletion department is well documented, that most of that happens with, you know something? In fact, I'm glad you brought that up. Let me go forward for a minute, because I understand what you're saying. Like it sounds like you want parity. It sounds like you want fairness. Um, but I got to show you something here in a minute. I think this is it right here.
But truth is, I cannot accept love because I am a broken man. I'm more broken than a total car without the help of a tow truck.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says the suspect was on his way to hurt more people in Georgia before getting into a shootout.
I asked the Lord to remove me, rebuild me, reaccept me. But the Lord told me he had to have a conversation with the devil before approval.
He walked into that hotel room, looked at the mother and said, "I'm sorry." She asked, "What did you do?" And he shoots her 3 times.
I'm sorry.
There we go. So, Chester, I understand your point, but Black women just don't delete their kids as much as Black men do. So I don't see any reason to. I want to at least, what I would like to see, Chester, is Black men do better. Because we have a lot of space where we can do better, and we're not. We're not. So what you see on the screen here is let me just play some more, but a gentleman, well, he's not really, actually that's a horrible example, but a lost soul that, some people can refer as a bandit, deleting basically his family. Let's listen to this. Here we go.
I'm so sorry. Society laughed at me. Society joked about me. So when I walk this earth, I'm laughed at.
So now he's blaming society for his behavior, which is typical. Usually people who are sociopaths or act badly, they need to blame something. They can't just take ownership. That's too much.
Laughed at from the deaf, from the blind, from the weak and the broken.
Disturbing social media posts from the man deputies accused of killing his mother, cousin, and another woman Monday night.
He knew exactly.
There we go. There we man. There we go. I think this guy, it's funny how, watch, I'm waiting for this demon to blame somebody. Let's see what happens.
Exactly who he wanted to kill, and he did not have a hard time locating them.
Just please accept me for who I am.
This episode contains mature themes, including topics of obsession, betrayal, and violent acts, which some viewers may find distressing. Viewers' discretion is strongly advised. They say there's a calm before every storm, a moment of stillness right before all chaos is unleashed. On the evening of June 25th.
So basically, I'm not going to play this whole thing because there's a lot. But, we'll play little clips. Let's play little clips.
He was raised by his mother, 48-year-old Titamisha Scott, in a large family. He seemed to be your typical active young man, excelled in sports like football and track during high school at King's Senior High in Tampa. After graduation, he attended Minnesota State University.
Let me drop the link early. Why not? Maybe a conversation or a debate would be nice tonight. I'm going to drop that link kind of early. Here we go.
And later Savannah State University, where he continued to run track and enjoyed dorm life. People described him.
He's treated well. You can't say the man held him down. He went to college.
Early assign someone is dangerous. But in Chavonte's case,
And that success is on the way. Just keep the faith in him. Now I remember everything.
You know what I think? I think one of the biggest signs of dangerous people is their lack of reality. They either think they're better than they are, they either think they're winning when they're not, or they think they're, stronger than they are or smarter than everybody else. When you see that sign and you see it with consistency, ladies and some gentlemen, better be careful. There's something wrong in that head. There's something wrong in that noggin. Here we go.
And I use that as motivation. Thank you. I remember.
Now, I know you might be thinking, having children and juggling relationships isn't necessarily a sign someone is dangerous.
It ain't good, though. It ain't good. Especially when you're just let's keep
But
going.
in Javonte's case, family members believed he was fighting a deeper battle. He'd been placed on medication for mental health issues. He'd been arrested for domestic abuse. And
Like usual. We have so far to go. I mean, we can't keep our hands off our women. Family members too. That's crazy to me.
rumor had it, he was hiding a part of himself, possibly living on the down low.
Yeah.
Was he truly gay?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the dude having his alternatives as far as dating dudes. If a dude wants to, that's up to him. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. For me, I'm thinking, well, it leaves more ladies for me, whatever. You know what I mean? But the problem is that down low-ish, for some reason, those men tend to be a lot more violent when they're on the down low, because I think it has to do with their souls not being at peace. That's what I have to think it has to do with. So there are some men that are just, they embrace being who they are. And then there are those men who don't embrace being who they know they are, if you know what I mean. Here we go.
Gay or bisexual? Did that drive him to fear exposure so strongly he'd lash out? No one can say with absolute certainty, but many close to him suspected that secret weighed heavily on him. In the months leading up to June 25th, tensions escalated. Earlier in 2024, Javonte's mother, Titimisha, took her 2 young daughters and boyfriend to stay in a local Motel 6. She was
pretty too.
Giving her son space. His mental health had reached a point where living under the same roof felt impossible. On social media, friends noticed ominous posts from Javonte. He wrote about heartbreak, being broken, and posted videos with his daughters saying, "I may be broken, but I'll never break your hearts. I love you so much."
Yeah, right. Wow.
No one realized these online messages foreshadowed a violent rampage. Even those who had known him for years couldn't picture him turning a gun on his own family. On June 25th, 2024, around 9 p.m.
I guess that's his boyfriend. But see, that's the one thing that makes it so easy for dudes to be down low, is you can just be hanging out with your lover and they just think, oh yeah, that's just his buddy. Right, there we go. That's just his buddy. That's how they roll with the down low.
2024, around 9 p.m., the Manatee County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call from the Palomino Trace apartments in Palmetto. The caller reported a man had threatened a resident with a firearm. By the time deputies arrived, the suspect was gone. But the story they gathered was chilling. According to his sister, who lived there, Javonte walked straight in.
Inside one of those apartments was his sister and a mother of one of the many children that Mr. Bryce has. When he walked into the apartment,
Mother of many children, dude has.
he looked at the ex-girlfriend and said, I have to kill you. Somehow the sister was able to talk him down and talk him out of him shooting this ex-girlfriend.
He left without pulling the trigger. But this was only the beginning. Barely 17 minutes later, at 9:17 p.m., police believe Javonte arrived at the Motel 6 in East Bradenton, where his mother had been staying with her boyfriend and 2 youngest daughters. Javonte enters the motel room. He looks at his mother.
Looked at the mother and said, I'm sorry. She asked, what did you do?
Before she can get answers, he raises a gun and fires 3 shots.
And he shoots her 3 times in front of the boyfriend and these 2 innocent young juveniles.
Tita Misha never stood a chance. She died at the scene. In that moment, the closeness they once shared as mother and son was replaced by irreparable horror.
That is sad. So anyway, that is my retort. That's my retort. That's my retort. Let's keep it going though. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be good. So remember, today I'm mixing it up tonight. Let's check out and see how this
You
goes.
ready, girl? Hello, girl, we see your face.
All right. Hey, fellas, you said you want to hear about the women. Here we go.
Girl.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry, Kendra. I was over here making sure my app was ready for
Okay,
you.
I appreciate that. Wipe the screen, boo. Wipe the screen.
Sorry, Kendra. Sorry about that, guys. You see me now?
You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Turn around and have the light in your face. Right now, the light is.
Let me go
There we
to a different room.
Yeah, and then wipe your camera. Let me see.
Don't forget to check out the Kendra G dating app. Doggone it.
Sorry, just right. Is that better, guys?
No, it's not.
So anyway, what's going on here is this. This woman is looking for love. And basically, you know, she married she got married like all the red pill dudes want you to do, right? And she feels like he married her for the green card. So let's check and see if that's the truth. Here we go.
I do want to talk to you, but we got to get the reception's blurry.
What's that?
Okay, this is better, but can you turn on the light like it's dark?
Alexa,
Can you go to the bathroom? Are you by the bathroom?
Bright white.
Can you go by the bathroom? The bathroom will have the best light. This is getting better. Okay, that was getting better. All right, this is good. What's your name, honey?
I'm Chloe.
Chloe, where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Douglasville, Georgia. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Say what, baby?
I'm from New Orleans, but I live in Georgia.
You're from New Orleans.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Yes,
You live in Douglasville, Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, baby?
I'm 29.
29, and what you do for a living?
Oh, I see your comments. Definitely not a trans. I'm definitely not a
You want to
trans.
talk to a trans?
Yes, definitely not. Underage. Well, that's crazy.
That is crazy. But you know, there's a lot of bigoted men in our community who have a problem with, you know, different lifestyles and different people, unless it's their own, right? They have problem with women dating women, but they have no problem with a threesome, though. They don't have any problems with that. As long as they're involved, it's fine. If you can wear whatever you want, ladies, as long as they're getting from you what they want. Otherwise, you can't wear, you know, a weave, or you can't wear your hair in an afro or something like that. No, they will talk crap about you then. But no, if you do exactly what they want you to do, Oh yeah, no, it's no problem.
What I do for a living is I'm in the healthcare field. I do medical billing and coding.
Okay. Healthcare fields, and you do medical building and coding.
Billing and coding, yes, ma'am.
So
I'm
Chloe
definitely not a man.
I don't think you look like a man either. I don't get man vibes.
I'm definitely not.
Okay.
You get that? I mean, men who are feminine will always say that. They'll always say stuff like that. Henry
I
Mars.
believe you. I believe you were born with a vagina.
Very much so.
You have any kids?
No, I have 2 dogs that I consider my babies. One's a handicap, and one's I've had since he was a puppy. He's now 13.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever been married?
I was married. We've been separated because he never wanted a divorce. So he lives on the West Coast.
Okay, you gotta be officially divorced for our show. But you know what's crazy? On the app, you can be separated. Did you put separated on the app for your relationship status? You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is the new rule. On the dating app, there is a separated option. So she's on the app, so I'm gonna proceed. But you know that she's separated and she's still legally married. Why won't you get a divorce?
I've tried. He won't sign the papers.
But isn't there a way to force it? Like, I don't know too much about this, but
he's done moved to the West Coast. He moved out to Arizona.
Dang. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Here we go.
Okay.
He it's something for his green card. And I'm like, look, when we separated, I don't want you.
Oh,
and he's like, no.
He married you to get a green card?
I thought he married me for love. I was young and dumb.
Okay. How old were you when you met him?
I was 26.
And how long is? Okay, you're 29. So this is recent. So once you met him, how fast did you get married?
We got married a year later.
And when did you realize it wasn't for love? It was to stay in America.
He made some comments that were very racially profiling.
Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. Here we go, folks. Okay, so basically it sounds like, let's just find out. I do not want to ruin the story. Here we go.
So if he divorces you, does he get deported?
I don't care what if he divorces me, I'm happy because I get to go live my life. And I ain't got to worry about that. I could marry someone that actually wants me and loves me.
So because he don't, I don't know how this works, but I thought if somebody for sure wanted a divorce, they can proceed and make them, no?
I tried to get an annulment and everything. It was
you trying to get divorced
really quick.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
they're
what?
asking me, is
So the
he
thing
African?
is, it sounds like
No, he's not. He's Middle Eastern.
He's Middle Eastern.
From Jordan.
He's from Jordan. Okay.
So it sounds like to me she got played by a Jordan dude, who wanted to get a green card. I don't know if they got the green card, but we're sure gonna find out if he did get the green card. Let's go in. Let's go find out. Here we go.
So now he's avoiding divorcing you.
Yes. I don't even know where he lives. I just know he lives in Arizona.
So do you think a man is gonna want to sign up to this?
I know if I'm transparent. So if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be transparent with my man. This is what's going on in my life. You can stay or you can leave.
Okay. Fair
Honestly,
enough.
I'm sure there's probably going to be some way that she can get rid of him. I think what her ex-husband is trying to do is there's probably a certain amount of time he has to be married to be able to stay in the United States, or they yank the green card or something like that. So Mr. from Jordan is probably trying to be sneaky about it. But basically, there's probably some legal way that she can get out of it without him even being around. She probably just needs to show adequate effort on trying to resolve it herself, and then they can move forward. and he can move forward too, whether he likes it or not. And he may or may not be able to stay in the States. Right now is not a good time for him, if you know what I mean. Here we go.
Best policy.
You're absolutely right. Don't have your hair cut off. So we got Chloe, Douglasville, Georgia, but from New Orleans, 29, currently separated. No kids, works in healthcare, medical, billing. All right. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. All right. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I'm looking for, I've always been a romantic. I'm old-fashioned romantic at that. I would love picnics in the park kind of stuff. The gentle breeze blowing. I'm looking for a man that can give me my white picket fence fantasy.
Okay. Looking for a man that's going to give you the white picket fence
Prince
fantasy?
Charming.
You're
Prince Charming. Yes.
Okay.
Not toxic.
Honey.
I know. I'm looking for a unicorn and they don't exist.
No, that's not true. There's plenty of men that want to buy women houses for their families.
There are men that want to buy houses for their women. The problem is that that's at a unicorn level. But you know, anything's possible. That's what I'd say.
And all of that. But girl, you got a whole husband that you don't know where he is. That's the definition of toxic right there.
Girl,
Actually, that's not. I mean, toxic is having a husband at home who's putting hands and feet on you. That's toxic. So yeah, I mean, what her soon to be ex-husband is doing is all bad, but I will tell you this: somebody's going to catch up to him. Somebody's going to catch up to him. And he'll either be back in Jordan or he'll have to be a husband. But really, quite honestly, I think she's done with him, as she should be. Here we go.
When I say it was quick, I tried to get an annulment. I tried to apply for an annulment, man, and then they said they said annulment in Georgia, in order to get that, you got to prove y'all are related, essentially.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that you might block off a lot of men that you say you want because they will consider you toxic.
Oh yeah. No, I ain't never been toxic. But I would, like I said, I'm gonna be.
I don't think, quite honestly, especially with the situation she's in, where he doesn't want her and she probably does not want him anymore because she sounds a little sensible to me. They're fine with that. They'll probably find. In fact, there's some husband dudes who would find the guy himself and say, "Sign here. Good, you got annulled. I'm going to go back and marry your ex-wife, which is right now." If she's in that situation where she has the ability to get an annulment, all I can say is this: is Mr. Jordan, and I don't mean Michael Jordan. I mean Mr. from Jordan. Dude from Jordan better watch it, because the United States isn't like that kind of shit where you're it's clear you're trying to get a green card. If that's so, I see what's going on here. So let's see what happens. Here we go.
Honest with my man to begin with, and I'm gonna let them choose. What do you want to do from here? Honestly, best policy. We can move forward. You can help me get this divorce, and I could be with you.
How can he help you get the divorce?
He can help me find this man, force him to sign these papers.
You can get a private investigator for that, and it's a lot cheaper. It's like what? Maybe it might cost her $400 max. She knows that he's in Arizona. That's a start right there. So yeah.
Get this divorce. I'd rather be happy, loved and happy, married and happy.
Do you have any more requirements before we go to your deal breakers?
Yes, I have a job. I'm tired of taking care of bums. Before I even got married, I dated bums. Like, I dated a guy that was 19 years older than me. He had 7 kids, and he didn't work.
Holy.
And I took care of him.
Moly.
And
Where you dated
Children
a guy
and his
that had
Okay, that's that man. And she's not trying to roast anybody. I'm just spinning the music here. I'm just spinning the music and let the music play. So I mean, if she could, I mean, she seems like a pretty decent woman. She looks, nice looking. And she's running into Dusty's.
7 kids. You took care of him and the 7 kids?
Paid, like I took care of him, paid for whatever he needed, kind of stuff. I was going through a lot at that time, and I had a very low
You're only
self-esteem
29
then.
years, so you lived a lot of life in your 29 years.
Yes. So this was from 2014 to 2020. I met my husband in 2022.
Dang, she hung out with dude for like 10 years. And there's dudes out here complaining about women not being in your corner. Holy moly. Oh, I get it. She should have chose better. She should have chose better. But if that was you and you had several kids and she was taking care of you, you wouldn't have a problem with it. Ain't that what's up? Here we go.
So you was very young.
Yeah.
Okay. So should the person look a certain way?
Fit. I go to the gym. I work out. I want them to be fit and healthy. I don't eat pork. I don't eat fried food.
All right, in the house, Deontay. And why seeking knowledge? Okay, it's good to see both of you here. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Indiana mom in the house. 2.
Just because I'm in that medical field, I know how bad it is for your cholesterol. How all fried food is. I just don't cut it out. Make your life easier. Baked, grilled. We can do it like that.
Okay. All right.
But I didn't get married in Louisiana. I got married in Georgia, so I couldn't get married. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to your comments.
Guys, say what you want to say.
I didn't get married in Louisiana. I got married in Georgia, and like you got in order to get an annulment, because I did try that way. When he found out about that, that's when he hightailed it.
Okay.
Dang. Yeah, he was here for the hustle. So she can still get an annulment. She just has to get more aggressive on finding him. That's all. She'll be okay.
Now, okay. And should the guy make a certain amount of money?
Yes. So I make $50,000 a year. I would want them to make just a little bit more, maybe 55 to 70.
So she's willing to go 50-50. And there's no one on this earth who should complain about her requirement. That is basically the requirement that all other races of women have. So why it always seems like men in our community, and I find it embarrassing, by the way, always want Black women to settle for less is beyond me. Because you don't ask that of other races of women. You only ask that of Black women, which is kind of, irritating, especially if you're a man. You should be irritated if your friends are saying, oh yeah, she want me to take care of her and all this kind of stuff. I mean, first you guys say you want to be traditional, which means taking care of the woman. But then you say, oh wow, she's a gold digger just because she wants a car. Weird.
Like I said, I'm tired of taking care of bums. The lifestyle I live is I only make it up for me at this point to take care of myself.
Right.
So
be able to take care of yourself, the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
What?
Oh, you are in shape.
Yeah, she's tight.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, she is in shape. She looks good. When was your last relationship? Oh no, you still married?
Well, yeah.
Kendra, you set her up for that one. You gotta watch it. Kids is this way. Here we go.
When was your last relationship? Oh no, you still married?
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
you see how
yeah.
I work.
And outside of that, my last relationship would have been, which I haven't had. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Me and my husband actually had sex maybe about a handful of 5 times. We got married in October of 20. We got married in October of 23, and the last time we had sex was on Christmas Day of 23.
So have you dated anybody since you've been separated?
Yes, I have. And of course, I'm gonna be transparent with mine, upfront, honest. They cool with it. We're gonna proceed. How you want to proceed? But they mm-mm. I run at red flags. If I see a little red flag, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Good for her. Good for her. Yeah. Yeah, Deontay, business married. That's what it feels like.
So if you see a little red flag, that you're gonna run?
At least it was business marriage for him.
I am.
So if you see when you see your reflection in the mirror, you gonna run?
I take off running. Because don't come for me. No. When I say red flag, I'm like, if I'm dating someone, let's say if I'm busy, because I do work. My last relationship, I was working 2 jobs at the time and still taking care of myself because I had a part-time job working at Six Flags over Georgia. They was upset I couldn't take off from work to spend time with them. I'm sorry, I gotta make this bread.
Isn't that crazy? And she said they, not just one guy, but many guys. But you know something? I got more for you. Here we go. All right. This clip is brought to you by Carlos King. This is crazy. This is going to be crazy. Check this out.
I mean, post it out. I mean, but when you realize I'm the one trapped, I got trapped. You trapped me.
Ooh.
Put that pom pom on
You
me.
trapped me.
I trapped you.
You trapped me.
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 Okay, so he's like, this dude right here, he's like, he's in his early 40s, maybe late 30s. And surprise.
Trap me.
Hey.
You come in me, daddy. Come in me, daddy. Me, daddy. Come in this, daddy. Yeah. Come in and put, yeah.
I want you to take a guess how old she is while I roll the tape. Here we go.
It is weird, though. I'm 31, you 17.
He's 31, she's 17.
I don't care about your.
Why are men looking older these days? This guy looks like he could easily pass for 45. Easily pass for 45.
Do I look like I give a?
I'm saying, baby.
All right, what's up with it, y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Listen, we got another.
I'm going to let Carlos talk for 1 second here, but yeah, he breaks it down. He's a great content creator. I can see why he has a great following. And I don't know who his barber is, but I sure need to look up that barber because I have to admit, I wouldn't wear, well, if I could wear hair, I wouldn't wear my hair like that, but his beard is on point.
Another weird fucker that has went viral for doing some weirdo stuff. Now listen, the things that I've been hearing about this dude is crazy as hell. It's alleged that now his girlfriend, the 17-year-old girl that he's with right now, is pregnant with his baby. He has allegedly moved with her somewhere else. So I guess she's isolated. I'm not for sure. And everything I'm saying in this video from beginning to the end is allegedly. So they done moved somewhere. And he has gone so viral to the point where he has deactivated all of his social media. So I'm guessing everybody been on his ass. So look, I have found different video clips, and a couple of people sent me a couple of video clips as well. I compiled them all into one video. Some of them I haven't seen, some of them I have. But look, we're here to watch all of this in its entirety to see exactly what the hell everybody seen the other day when this went viral. But I do have certain.
We can say this for sure. Dude right here, he ain't the best looking dude in the world. And basically, he's 31. She's 17. And I can tell you right now, this is going to be interesting. Here we go.
Paragraphs and, different things to read where the girlfriend told everything that happened and how it happened and stuff like that. She went viral.
So he's literally twice her age.
She exposed the hell out of him, which I do commend her for doing. I really don't like people talking about their business on social media. I feel like that whatever you got going on with somebody.
So let me go forward to this point right here.
Okay, it says, yeah, she lived in the neighborhood. It started with him telling me she was homeless and had nothing. And he kept bringing the situation up. Then he started having her as an assistant and making posts about he would get someone pregnant while we were having problems. And that's when he started bringing her around, and I got suspicious. He preyed on her. He's a gaslighter, a manipulator, and a narcissist, and he starts getting abusive. And I know he has her brainwashed like he did me. I know it's not gonna end well for her, but he took her to a whole different state away from family.
That's what narcissists do. They act fake at the beginning. They act like they're not in the beginning. And then when they feel like they have you tied down, the real monster comes out.
Okay. Now I told y'all some of that right there, but there's some of the things that a lot of people didn't know too. So she also put this online as well. Randy Cook has been cheating on me with a 17-year-old who he has been sneaking and had living with him and got her pregnant while we were engaged. She put edit and stop assuming I let him bring a minor around me, cause know the if I didn't. Then she put at the top and took her to Texas with you and posting videos of y'all in the shower and your friends y'all live with are cool with it. You nasty pedo. You make Diddy look like an angel. My screenshots.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, he can join the Diddy Club for sure.
Knowledge of these things you did for months will shut your whole respiratory system down. And you want to play with me? The whole world gonna know.
Yeah, narcissistic abuse is terrible. It's what most stalkers have. Are usually most stalkers are. It's very rare they're not narcissistic. So basically, now this is why older men dating really much younger women is always going to be a red flag ever. And the reason why is because in most cases, there's a reason why they're doing that. They're targeting, younger women. There's a reason for it. Here we go.
Let y'all know what type of timing he on, but we don't know until we get into this. So let's see what's up with the whole situation, man.
It is weird though. I'm 31, you 17.
Like, yo, I don't care about your opinion. Do I look like I give a?
No, but that's the problem. She says, do I look like I give a F? No, but that's the problem. Watch what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying, babe? Like, you little young ass. Boy, you stirred up a hornet's nest, baby.
Is the boy slow?
You understand that, right?
The boy slow.
Yeah, Carlos, I agree with you. He seems a little bit slow to me too. He's got that slow eye as well. He got that slow eye.
And you don't even give a fuck. I mean, I'm getting to the point because like now it's like,
You know
okay,
who he even reminds me of? This dude right here. He reminds me of what is that for president dude? Jay Prince for president. He's got that slow, and he had some issues putting hands and feet on people. Didn't he have like a hand? Didn't he join the Hands and Feet Club when when with the woman he married for like a year. I'm not saying he did. I'm just wondering. I thought there was something to do with that. But let's keep it going. Here we go.
Y'all reaching. Y'all really.
Yeah, because it's not your business. It's not your
Like I was just told I was a groomer. I groomed you.
like
Basically, yeah.
Groomed you, baby. You're being groomed. If you being groomed, well, goddamn, we can groom in the world. Hey,
if you're trying to groom me, you already said.
I was saying the grooming
Well, it sounds like what he's trying to do is floss with a 17-year-old young lady while he's literally twice her age. And he's flossing hard. Like he's got she seemed like a nice young lady, but that's the problem. She's a young lady.
I'm sick of grooming. I'm not a groomer. I'm not groom material.
A lot of
Manipulators are groomers. Yes, you are a groomer, sir.
17, like.
No, I'm saying, no.
I'm talking.
I know you're talking. I need to get your truth about this. Like,
Yeah, that boy slow. That boy.
Slow as can go. Yeah, let me fast forward this a little bit because he just talking smack. So let me get to the spot right here.
I don't know none of them. Like,
y'all know I never been to VHS, right? Like, y'all can't.
That's the saddest part about it.
Y'all can't speak about some shit y'all don't know nothing about, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,
damn.
All right, she better be careful. She getting a little cocky. Hazel Bug in the house. Tevin's in the house. Good seeing y'all. Here we go. Hazel says he needs his ass whooped.
It like that's the crazy part. It like,
did you groom her?
groom you, nigga, you, man, bro, you a monster, bro. But you might have a
Man, he's got some issues.
monster, like, but you shit, man. If they knew, oh my God, you're.
Can't nobody make me do that.
Hey, baby.
This slow fucker. Look at him. Just ignorant. Damn dog don't want to be on camera either here.
Damn dog don't.
They really said I trained on you. You know what?
I mean, the thing is that there's nothing, I mean, yeah, much mouth action going on. I mean, let's get to the all bad part. Let's get to where it gets sad. Okay, so there's him there. And now here he goes. Here we go. This is where it gets all bad.
In just a second, but let me read what she done wrote to the damn girlfriend. This
Break it
one
down,
says it's the
Carla.
girlfriend who she wrote this to. So she says, "Cuz, not gonna lie, I'm starting to realize I deserve better too. He really is an ass. That's all."
Remember, this is after he got her pregnant.
The wife or the girlfriend said, "What did he do to you?" She said, "It's a long story." She said, "I'm listening. Please just tell me. Like, this situation is messing with my health and I just need the truth." She says, "I'm pregnant and he's leaving for Texas today. And he's been threatening to take my baby from me when he or she is born. He blames me."
That is crazy. He accidentally gets her pregnant, right? And then he has the gall to say that he's going to take the kid away from her. Now, remember now, he still doesn't take care of the other kids he has. The only reason he brings that up is because he's a narcissist. And narcissists want control of everything. And if they think they can say or do something to hurt your feelings, they will do it.
Me for ruining his life, when in reality he ruined mine by getting me pregnant before I had a chance to start life yet. To start a life yet. Yeah, same thing. Shit. We're done now. So I wanted to say I'm sorry. So she said, apparently he's known for this, but my dumb ass didn't want to listen.
Yup. So he's got a bunch of kids all over the place. Yep. But she learned a hard lesson at a young age. That poor young lady. But here we go.
do apologize.
I guess she should have chose better. But I guarantee you, that dude who made her pregnant, I guarantee you he's in the red pill community.
And I know it's been effing your head up, so I thought I'd give you some closure. So, I mean, it sounds like she know that she in a bad situation, but a lot of the times people be saying shit like this when they mad. Ultimately, it's gonna take for her to get the hell away, literally, for me to believe this shit. I feel like that he's a lame, he's weird, and there's no excuse for this shit at all. To be sitting around a young girl like this and acting like, you know, she's the problem when really you are, is crazy. You playing that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that's the funny part, is then a lot of men like this, they will act like they are still leadership material, doing shit like this. That's what's crazy to me. It's like when somebody says they've been in 4 accidents in 1 year and say, oh yeah, I'm a great driver. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's exactly how these men are. They're delusional. Delusional completely to the bone. Here we go.
Damn mental gymnastics to the full extent, and that shit don't work, bro. On people who know what's up, people with an actual brain. These little people, these little kids, they not mentally developed. So yes, it's easier for you to run that little mediocre ass game on them, but we on to your ass, boy. Now, like I said, if it's legal, it's legal. Y'all do y'all thing. But morally, you know you're wrong as hell, boy. That shit lame, fool.
Especially when you see, it was bad enough that he was dating somebody half his age. I mean, that's morally bad right there. The fact of the matter is, then he made her pregnant, showing that he's irresponsible. And he's done this before several times. Wow. Ladies, it's going to be tough.
Talk. And I know a lot of people out there that's got little girls, especially the real stand-up men, can't stand shit like this. Fool.
Oh, no, we cannot.
Sometimes it takes for you to have a child for you to get this type of mindset. But ultimately, I feel like if you got real, you know, man flowing through you, you ain't rocking with this no matter if you got a kid or not.
Right. Thank you.
Ultimately, like I said before, it's going to be people that's going to be probably in the comment sections letting you know that people messing with these old ass dudes, I'm saying old because you're young, it never leads to nothing that you really, really want.
I couldn't agree more. That is crazy to me. I got more for you though. Okay, well, let me fast forward. Okay, let's see if they let it rock. If you let it rock, you know, welcome to the stage, Deontay.
Hey, DJ, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. You know,
Oh, yeah.
man, hey, look, somebody's got to play these clips. That's all I'm saying. Deontay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a terrible one, man. 37 with a 19-year-old. She really too young to even understand the gravity of that situation, and he was using that. Like I always think that, especially the society we live in, that 22 is an extension. 20 is an extension of 18, and 22 is an extension of 20. So if you're 22 and younger, I still look at you as totally relying on your parents, basically. And I know it's people who move out when they between 18 and 22, but they still so young. There's so much to experience. They can be easily manipulated, you know?
Right. I agree. All right, let's check out the Trey King show. This clip is crazy. Here we go.
Don't wow, it's nothing to be wow about. She pregnant.
Yo, watch out.
Who that?
Yo, sir, why y'all even get
That's
here?
what
They battling in here. I just got here.
Let me tell you what's going on. So this proud man right here has his wife pregnant, or wife or girlfriend pregnant. Damn, that's a clean backpack. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear an orange backpack all the time. That's clean. But anyway, so he made his wife pregnant and his side chick pregnant and took them to, and somehow they both end up going to the same OBGYN clinic. Check this out.
Oh my.
That's not my baby. Bro. Watch out. How the you even get here? How you even know I'm here? Go ahead. How y'all even know I'm here? Listen.
Oh my God.
People are not women pregnant.
Yo, K. Wiley.
Go ahead. What you doing here, bro?
What you mean you don't know what I'm doing here? But when I ask you to come to my appointments, you don't come.
Yeah.
But you here playing second. You have another woman in here pregnant. But when I ask you to come to my appointment, you're another.
I'll stop it right there. What do you think? What do you think, Deontay?
Well, I think we should cut him a break, DJ. His insurance probably gave him a 2-for-1. Like, I don't know. This is like some mess right here. Like, now, do the woman, she knew that he had a side chick that was pregnant, right?
Right. No, I don't know if she knew. I don't know if she knew. No.
I'm sure the side chick knew about the wife, though. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's,
and the thing is that the side chick, I think she didn't know they were going to be there. She was just going there because, she's pregnant, right? And,
yeah, well, they must live close by to each other then and have like a same clinic or a family doctor's practice they go to.
Yeah, that's what it seemed. Yeah, I agree. And that's just, I mean, to me, it's like, this is common.
Yeah.
And really basically that's been my whole thing, is like, it's so common for this to be going on like this, that to the point where we got to sit down and say, okay, we got a problem. We have a problem here. Houston, we have a problem. If it's common for men to be in this kind of a situation, and it's bad enough, okay, nobody wants to get their feelings hurt. Shout out to Angela Reddick. Angela, thank you so much. And it is sad that it's even almost glamorized in some spaces in YouTube, where it's like, oh yeah, you're supposed to have more than one because it's the thing to do. I think what's his name? I forgot. Forgot. I know Kevin does it, but it was this other guy that Steph is cold. He's in. See, and the problem is that these guys are that nobody on. I don't hear anybody in like the red pill community saying, something, you need to focus on being a one-woman man for your own good, because you need that extra time to build yourself or to continue to build wealth, right? That makes sense, right? Because if you're chasing around women, look at it this way. Future has high income, but he doesn't have any money because he's running around spending it on, I don't know what, 10 women now? Who knows what it is? So what kind of floss is that when you don't have any money really? It's floating through Future's hands. I will say that much. He gets to touch it for a minute, but at the end of the day, it's gone. It's either gone to the 10 kids he has, or he wastes more money spending it on new women to make new kids with. And it seems like this has become our culture as far as men in our community. I don't know.
I mean, I think that I know we don't agree on this part, but and I don't like anecdotal stuff too much because, but just from everything that we've seen collectively, how about that? Like, if we took all of our anecdotes and put them together, I bet you that most Black people in America will agree that usually if a man has more than one child and he's not married, he usually got multiple baby mothers.
Right.
And usually if a woman has more than one child and she's not married, she usually have more than one baby father. And in that web, you will find, like in this situation, you will find that a lot of these women are sharing baby fathers with other. I mean, obviously, it's the only way to work. And so you will have one man who done webbed out 3-4 baby moms, and they all got kids, and some of them have multiple babies. So, but it's the same men who are having a lot of children with these women, because a woman can only get pregnant one time, obviously, unless you're having twins or whatever. But if a woman gets pregnant, that's what? 70-80% of the year she's not producing a child because she's pregnant. A man can produce a child, however many times you can get a woman pregnant in a year.
Right.
So it seems like it's really the men who are causing this issue because they're knocking up all these chicks and they're not being responsible. And especially when they get these girls young like this. But just one more thing I'm going to say about it. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Once you hit 30 years old, for sure, 30 years old and older, you know what you're doing. You know what's going on.
Right.
I mean, come on now. So if you like the guy earlier, if I'm a 30-year-old, I guess that if I'm a 30-year-old man and I got a woman that's 19 years older than me with 7 kids, I'm probably not gonna mess with her. And most, you know what I'm saying? And and most women wouldn't do that either. But we all ignore the red flags when we want just one thing, you know?
That's true. I'd like to welcome to the stage Darnell. Darnell, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, DJ?
Good. Did you catch any of the clip?
Yes, I did. That's kind of wild. Both of them at the same clinic at the same time. I mean, that guy has the worst luck.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, that's just like, well, you can in a way, because I think Deontay had a good point. I mean, basically, the guy doesn't look like he has a whole lot of money. So he has to go, they got to go to a clinic because he doesn't have that, that high money doctor where you could take you can choose your own OBGYN doctor, And I guarantee you, he probably has more kids than just these 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what can we do to fix this? I mean, it seems it's like this. We know women cannot, as Deontay said, women cannot produce as nearly as many kids as men can. So obviously, shouldn't we take responsibility for not having kids? I mean, whatever way we can, by either abstinence, either being married, or just, being careful. And that's the problem I have, is that I'm not saying men shouldn't date women or go out and have a good time or whatever they want to do, but there's a point of being careless. when it's really easy not to be careless. I mean, there are so many options men have not to make a woman pregnant. And it's almost like we do it on purpose and make them pregnant anyway. I think some men, they like to make other women pregnant because then they feel like they have control over that woman for the rest of their life.
Up until they start whining about child support.
Exactly. Yeah, because at first it's free, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to carry the child in the womb, right? They don't have to take care of the child if they skip out, which many do, right? If they don't have to be around for that. So why not? Why not just just go on their merry ways, as they think, until they get a paycheck garnishment? That's what happens. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Men, definitely got to step up and practice better discipline. That's for damn sure. It takes. You can't be mad at a woman for bringing a child into this world, and then not taking this guy's. Well, I can't say. I might be getting ahead of myself with this guy. I don't know if he has plans on being a deadbeat or not, but more than likely, he's gonna be a deadbeat.
He's on his way. Let's put it that way.
But
obviously he didn't work things out with the with the side chick, because I don't know which one is the side chick, but basically he obviously didn't work things out, because otherwise they'd understand and we go, oh well, she's got to get her health checked too, I guess.
Yeah, but what about the role of like social media influencers? So because even more and more women are taking to social media, and do you feel that they are encouraging this kind of behavior, the side chick,
the baby mama culture? I think it is a space out there for
baby
that.
mama culture is nothing new.
It's not. That's been around since before social media, but social media has magnified everything and brought it to our face. Like if you ever felt like,
I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad.
I just want to say real quick, if you ever felt like you were into something that you couldn't find a lot of people around you that were into it, that was before 2010. After 2010, you found out that it's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people into almost everything that you into, no matter how taboo it is, including ratchet culture, baby mama culture, baby daddy culture. It's a space for everybody out there. I've seen it. We all seen it before.
I do have a question though. What percentage of our culture would you call, this ratchet culture? What both women and men, what percentage of that is our culture? Welcome, T Mama in the house.
I could take a guess, but I'm guessing I'd say about 2/3 of our culture.
Okay, that's a lot.
I was gonna say 20.
I would say
I usually say about 20%.
I would say that too, but you gotta think about it. It ain't just us.
Yeah, it is spreading. Like if you notice in the white community, you got more and more.
Yeah, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, both of them got multiple baby mothers.
No, I don't think Donald Trump got. Does he? Yeah, that's right.
Donald Trump.
Well,
Trump has 5. He's got 5 kids with 3. The difference between Trump though is that
he
Trump
got married
to all of his baby moms.
Yeah.
So,
but let's face it.
I don't think Elon Musk did.
But,
no, Elon Musk got 11 kids.
Let's break something down though. Getting married to somebody and then leaving them, I mean, that's not a whole lot better than all the other stuff. And remember now, all of his wives, this is Trump's wives, had to deal with being cheated on by the next wife, and by porn stars and by other women. So it's not, he is not, I mean, the thing is this, that we got to keep it real. We know Trump would be he's a bandit. He's a bandit. He is. I mean, the thing is this, if we didn't name him, right, and he wasn't branded or anything, and he was just like person X, and if you heard about his life, right, you'd go, this dude's a bandit. You know, he might be getting married, but it sounds like he got married just like there are some people who go get into relationships. They're not really respecting the relationship. They still go out and have sex with other people as if they weren't even married or in a relationship. And that's the kind of vibe dude gives us, is that. That's why a lot of men like him. I think they like that have your cake and eat it too, vibe going on. So
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
We ain't gonna talk too much about him tonight because
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think that most men is beyond Donald Trump. Most men in those positions, I don't want to say most like that, but a lot of men in those positions do that. Like when you have the ability to cheat on your wife, I think a lot of those guys do it. It's been proven. I mean, look at how many men over the
I
decades
would have
that
to
have
push
been
back on
proven.
that a little bit. I'll tell you why. I think really, see, the thing is that maybe in our community we can say that, but in other communities, and if you read the stats, they don't say that. Don't get me wrong. Every community of men, every race of men cheats. But the problem is that it seems like in our community, we prioritize that, while other communities, they prioritize being either rich or being comfortable or being the top doctor or something. There's something else, in the mix than just having multiple women and making them pregnant. And I feel like I understand what you're saying. There are a lot of other men who make of different cultures and races who make women pregnant. But the problem is that we're number one at it. That's the problem I have. And when in a situation where we definitely don't want to be number one, we don't want to be number one, and we are by a pretty good stretch. And that's the issue. I understand we can always go, well, they do this and they do that. The problem is that those other men, they can afford multiple women. We cannot. You see what I'm saying? They can afford multiple families. We're not in that position.
I don't think that's always the case, because it's some broke ones in the other communities too, but we ain't gonna get into that. But the thing is, the majority of single mothers in America is white women, and even the census said that one.
Right. Well, there's so many more of them. That's why. I mean, the thing is this: you have to take things in relativity. Tev, think about it like this. How many black women are there in the United States? Like 8 million? Something like that?
I would say pretty much.
It's like 25.
Yeah, about 25 million, roughly.
Okay. How many Caucasian women are in the United States?
I don't know.
About 100 million. Yeah.
Okay. Point.
Yeah.
I've just made my point. So
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, the thing is that the problem we have is this. Yes, there are more Caucasian women who are single mothers than there are black women who are single mothers. The problem is that there's a whole lot more Caucasian women than there are black women. So, and the difference between how many single mothers are in our community and are in the in the Caucasian community is not a huge, like a giant, what would you call it? Amount. It's not like the percentage of what I guess we can say that there's 100 million Caucasian women, right? And there's only 20 million Black women, right? So that with that said, then there should be like 4 times as many Caucasian single mothers than Black women. But that's not happening. And here's the funny thing. You can blame women all you want, but there's some of these women that had kids when they were 14. So, and that's like 30%.
And I told you got to think about it. It was legal for grown men here to marry off these young girls way back then, and I forgot that happened more often back then too.
Well, but parents were usually involved, though, in cases like that. You're talking way back in the day. I mean, parents they used to be involved in the marriage
they did
practice.
that. See, they did that to get them out the house.
Well, not exactly to get them out. It was to build wealth, and create larger families. Powerful families and things of that nature. Yeah, kind of. I mean, just kind of like watch the Game of Thrones, for example. Kind of the same thing. You kind of see in Game of Thrones how, okay, I have a son, you have a daughter. Let's combine our houses. They're going to be, I don't know, have this plan, but that's how wealth building was done back in the day. It was through marriage.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because it didn't. I mean, basically, they were selling off their young daughters to some old creep. It wasn't like what you see in Disney where it's like the guy's just a little bit older than her and he's handsome or something. These guys that are like literally almost 3 times the age of the kid. So that's the sad part.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but
they
at the
used to
same
do
time,
it small back then. So I was just saying, like, they would even do it as smaller as just farmland. You got a farmer over here who's nothing but just produce, and the one over here that's livestock, and they would marry into each other's family and grow their business together. It was a way of merging together. Yeah, so it was always political and business marriages, and they still do that to this day as well. Rich people do. Together, yeah. So it was always.
Wait, Yolanda's your mic is echoing just a little bit. If you have 2 streams going right now, well, I don't know. Let me see. Are you there? Hello? Let's check.
Yeah.
Let's do the mic. Hold on one second. We'll do a mic check and get back into it. Yolanda's, you there? Let me click her mic. Unmute. Oh, okay. Okay. So Yolanda's, whenever you want to talk, just let us know and we'll put you on, then we don't have to hear the echo. But
Okay, I think I canceled it now.
Perfect. Okay. All right.
I didn't have anything to say at this particular time. I'm just kind of sitting in the background. I mean, Darnell actually did have it. I mean, and it's really unfortunate to read back and see how they sold off their women. I mean, even we were talking about a Bible incident where there were homosexual men in the city of, what was it, Bethel or something like that, and they came and they wanted the men, and they wanted. I mean, this was way back then. That Bible was written in the 1600s, and this man offered to give up his virgin. Okay. Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about. And he offered to give up his virgin daughters to save the anuses of the men. And his virgin daughters said, look at our value. I mean, our value had been determined by the patriarchy in this religion. Okay, we all our value is like nothing, like cattle or anything else. That mindset. And it keeps going on and on today. It's just pretty unfortunate that we have acquiesced onto it, and and we have to back up from that and learn how to value each other, especially as Black people. We need each other more than anything. The world hates both of us, Black men and Black women. If we don't understand that we need to team up and partner and all this mess not ready, we need to stop. I mean, more than anything. and knuckle up and get together and stop this. We need each other. I know we got man haters and Dusty's man, and I can talk bad about them real too when I get ready. But they are the solution. If they get together and we team up and we really team up, we'll be fire together. We got to stop hating each other. We have to stop this. So they gonna take us out. We will be took out if we gonna be weak and we won't have a solution. We can talk this all day long, but I'm glad we have panels like this. Okay, where we can kind of bounce off of each other and maybe strengthen each other. You know what I mean? And start building somewhere. Well, DJ George, I really respect you for this. We need this. And I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay.
DJ, I'm sorry. She's
No, go ahead,
100%. That was, you always talking about bars, DJ. She just won a Grammy. Like, that was 100% on spot, like spot on. That's what I'm always talking about, DJ. At the end of the day, we can argue back and forth, man versus woman. This is exactly where the ruling society wants us to be. They want us to be arguing over who leads and who runs and all this. And yeah, we do got legit issues between each other, men and women. But like she said, we not going nowhere if we don't work together. Men ain't gonna run this whole society without women, and women ain't gonna run this whole society without men. We need each other. That's the key. That was perfect.
Who do you think should start?
What do you mean who should start? We should all, first off, we all need to start together.
I guess my point is this, is that let's say women tried to fix everything, right? It wouldn't work. I mean, basically, it's like this. It's the whole neighborhood / community theory I use. If all Black women were perfect in our community, you know, the community might get better by about, I don't know, 20%, 25%, even though Black women are perfect. Just because the way, you know, society is built. Now, if the men in our community were perfect, that because men in general have more control, our community would be better. It would be better. Women have always wanted us to be better. Women have always wanted us to be better. The problem is that we can say that, well, we both have to work together, this and that. That I agree. But at the same time, I feel like, okay, then if men are supposed to be the leaders, then we're supposed to be the leaders. Right now, we're not even 50-50. Women are holding us down more than men are holding down women, believe it or not.
Exactly.
The only way that women get in.
Exactly, DJ. Exactly. You're right. They came after the Department of Education for a bunch of reasons. But one particular one, Black women had more degrees than white men, white women. Any other race of people, Black women had more degrees than anybody. Because we came stunting, you understand? Because we have no support from our men. We know if we gonna get anything, we had to go. And look, we did it so tough, we have more degrees than anybody in the whole nation. That's how much power we got. And our man, if he would stand up to it and quit falling to patriarchy, I'm supposed to have a woman who's cook, clean, do this for me. She's supposed to be a size B, and quit falling to this. Quit falling prey to that, and get teamwork with your woman, and quit falling prey to simple things. We need men, real men, not men that fall. Yeah, she better be size. I'm on my dinner bed. I won't stay home. But all this trendy mess. That's time out for this mess now. We getting ready to go under. We can't do it no more. The men need to step up, and this is what I'm saying. I might make a whole lot of enemies. Every bad statistic. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 53206. This zip code, you can look it up. They got movies and everything. Has the highest incarceration rate of any zip code in the whole world. In the world. Now, I didn't say country. I didn't say in the state. I said in the whole world.
Right here, I'm seeing this. I mean, all these abandoned fathers, all these boys is just falling. They falling through the. They looking at the examples from me. Oh man, I don't do that for no B and man. We got to get this unhealthy mindset. This is killing us. It's killing us. If men don't teach other men how to be, this and that. I go home to my family, my son. I'm there for him. She get on my nerve a little bit. That's all right. This and that. You be there and be faithful and groom those relationships. Don't kill him. Be a real man. I stand up. I like that size 3 female though. She look good, but I'm not gonna break my home. I'm not gonna risk losing her because I love her. Where the real men at? We're gonna have to be real men. Quit making excuses. Oh, she was there. I'm a man. I'm a dog. Compare yourself to an animal. Why you compare yourself to an animal? Stop it. We need the time out. Time out. We need the men to be, you going to be a man. Be a man. You got 2 legs. You got 2 or 4. Quit bragging on how you got 4. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, DJ. Y'all go ahead. This sad. We in critical times. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. And y'all need to quit betraying y'all women. We've been there for y'all the whole time. Then you turn around, deflect, lying at it. Women cheat this much. No, we don't. We do not cheat much. We are we have pH levels, things like that, stuff like that. We choose very deeply. We do not be running around here like y'all do. Y'all got 6-7 inches for anything touch y'all soul. I'm just telling you right now. We do not mess around like y'all do. That's just health reasons. I'm sorry, yes, and that did get a little deep. But we don't do that. And that's just y'all throwing it back so y'all won't take accountability for what y'all do. And you just, I'm a man, so that means I'm just going to be unfaithful, unloyal, this and that. I get a pass. I get a pass to be in the slow education class and kill my whole race. I'm slow. We tired of this now. Wake up, and you claiming you this king. I'm a king. I built a pyramid. Okay, which one is it? Special needs ass. Would you stop? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
Okay, anybody can talk.
So, I mean, as far as like your question, like the real men and stuff like that, like, I mean, I'll just be honest with you. Well, I shouldn't say is there any such thing as a real man nowadays, but it's like the problem is that okay, like let's take DJ Torch for example. I'm pretty sure he's a real man. Had children, raised his kids, things of that nature. But the thing is, DJ's not riding around in a Ferrari or a Lambo. He's not wearing flashy jewelry. And I think the other gentlemen on this panel, I don't think any of us got a Ferrari or a Lambo. None of us. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of these younger men, I think what the problem is, especially now with social media, it's even worse. I know it was a problem before social media, but it's even worse now because now you can see it. You can see it used to have to watch a music video to see a black man in a Lambo or whatever, you know what I mean? And now you got these social media influencers, take Fresh and Fit, for example. Fresh, jewelry game, and the younger men, they see this and they think, oh, this is what being a man really is, and it's really not. All that shit is fugazi. I apologize for cursing on your show, DJ, but
No, that's okay.
it's all fugazi. It's nothing. That's not, wearing jewelry, having a car that you probably can't afford, and then going out and sleeping with as many, car that you probably can't afford. Oh, I can hear myself talk. And then going out and sleeping with as many car that you probably can't.
Okay. Yolando's your mic. I mean, not your mic. Your mic's fine, but it sounds like you got feedback again. But let me know when it's fixed, and then I'll just click it. Just go ahead and click in when you can. Okay.
And so encouraging you to sleep with as many women as possible. That's not what being a man is. But unfortunately, the youth is going to listen to these influencers. So men like DJ, men like myself, and the other gentlemen on the panel. No one's going to listen to us. They have to see
No,
the success.
that's not true. I mean, I listened to you. I remember when I first started listening and stuff like that. It seemed like your attitude was a little bit different. I've seen where it seemed like you've grown some, and your perspective has changed. Like, then I respect you a lot more than I did when I first started listening to the chat. And it seems like you understand a lot more than you used to, and you kind of got a more wide perspective on how these things are instead of it being like more personal. Like, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do it. No, and you see how widespread this whole thing is and how much it affects us. I see that in you, and I hear that. Like, I be clapping. Okay, when you speak, sometime I didn't do that before. And it's not like, and that's one argument they like to throw up is this not owl. I mean, you can't say anything about black men. Not owl. I don't want to hear about it's not owl, but it's most of y'all. It's most of y'all. The demographics prove it in every city, in every place, in everywhere. All the single mothers, all of them, all the ones that have to apply for aid, all the ones, y'all ain't telling y'all business. But then you got all the black women got degrees higher than every even white men. They don't even feel like they got to seek them as much as what. Come on, if that don't tell you a story, right there, y'all behind. Y'all come out of our womb. Y'all got the same ability and everything that we have. Come on, y'all got the same DNA. Y'all melanated. Y'all got power. Y'all got resource. Y'all got everything. But y'all talk to each other. Yeah, dog. This cool. Y'all fathers, soldier, when they left y'all mother, y'all got y'all sense of manhood at the barber shop. Yeah, dog. I'm finna go see 3 bitches tonight. Blah 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 blah. See, and all this. Yeah, dog. This I'm going to her house tonight. These things make you feel cool. Make you feel. White men's sense of manhood is different. What make them feel cool is like, yeah, I got my 2 kids. We're going to England. Yeah, I saved up all year. Yeah,
Right.
so we're going to Eiffel Tower. They got pictures and they bringing them back. Yeah, they play with my kid. Soccer practice, man. Yeah, and they drive them back and forth. That's their sense of manhood. If they can't say those things,
She's right.
other white men will look at them. You less than us. And that's their sense of manhood. Black men, see, but the black men before, see, the granddads, and that way y'all praising them like, I want it back to the 50s. They didn't leave you, apparently, that didn't leave y'all nothing. No blueprint on manhood if you could fall so far from grace and leave us in the condition that we are from the civil rights, from us needing each other, us banding together, Black Panther and all this stuff. You know what I mean? All this for us to fall into the situation that we fell. I understand now there was COINTELPRO and things like that happened after Black Panther, things like that. But these things have been redacted. They out there. They right now. They've been redacted for years, and unredacted rather, and put out here. But if you see what they did, you can follow the program backward and undo what they did. Where's our black men? Can you do that? Like, oh, this is what they did to destroy the black family. We're gonna undo this backward and take this away. Now that calls for me doing this, and that. Where's the leader at? I'll sit there and wash dishes while you figure it out. I'll fix you something to eat. Figure that out with your friend. I'll fix all y'all something to eat. I ain't mad. I'll love to be that subservient one. Be a man, though. Be a man. You'll bring that out of us. A real man will bring a subservient woman out of a woman. It'll come out of there. We'll do it naturally. It ain't something you have to ask for or thrive for or whatever. It comes out. It comes out of us naturally. We're women. We are nurturers. It comes. But if you ain't performing like that, if you ain't doing that, I mean, you just said play video games all day long, get a hot plate in your face. That don't work. I'm sorry, it don't work. And that's what they expecting these days.
Touch.
Was somebody gonna talk?
Yeah, I heard everybody speaking. I want to hear this.
You know, she was just right when she said they want to go back to the old days. Cause there's this woman on TikTok named Shay Knight, and she interview her grandmother all the time. Her grandma said it was worse back then. Cause she would say she was talking about the husbands would always cheat on their wives with the younger women. And the grandmama said some of the younger women died from having all them children back then. Cause back then they like to have, black people back then like to have a lot of children. And some of these on top of the men having 9 children with their wives, they go have a lot of more children with a lot of other women too. It was that bad back then. They want to go back to that. They want to go back to where the men can run around and have all these women and still have a wife too. That's what they want to go back to.
I don't think those men know what they're asking. It's one of those things. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, kind of thing. Because it comes with a lot of responsibility. But one of the things I did want to mention, when it comes to, here's another issue I see in the Black community is about building wealth, generational wealth. Like, it's just not being taught. Matter of fact, I was just thinking about this the other day. You actually reminded me. I was just thinking about this earlier today, actually. I remember when I was 12. And it was a white teacher I had, Mr. Molesky. He was a substitute teacher. Anyway, he was teaching me and another friend of mine, Corey, about stocks. At 12 years old, this is a white man. The one thing that I was thinking about, I was like, how come my father didn't teach me about stocks? And I remember after he taught me about stocks, I went to my father and said, "Hey, Dad, can you teach me about stocks and help me with an investment account?" My dad never did. Eventually, I got into stocks on my own, right? But the thing was, I had no idea what I was doing at first, And I remember asking my dad. I said, "Dad, how come you didn't teach me about stocks? When I asked you when I was 12, years ago." And he said, "Son, I had no idea about stock trading. I mean, he's like, I have a 401k, but that's about it. I put money into this thing. Somebody manages my retirement. Other than that, I really don't know anything." And I think that's an issue. I think that's a huge problem in the Black community. Whereas white people, they're 18 years old. They already got, they already are trading stocks. They're already.
Darnell, you turning this. I like that part of where you're going right now. But we've taken this off of a personal thing. Like, that's the basic. If we can build a base first, then we begin to build. And you see what I'm saying?
But that's how you
get along. If okay, you have a two people household. I'm making 50. You making 50. We got $100,000 coming in the house. But if you can't even keep that, you got to cheat. You got to beat. You got to femicide me. The white people ain't saying anything because I'm taking like 3,000 voters off the voter base every year. 3,000 black women dying at the hands of black men. And then I get to take your butt off because you're in jail. So I'm taking like 6,000 voters off the Democratic voters, potentially off the voter base. This is how stupid our men are. That's why they ain't doing nothing. They like, ooh. I mean, they got seals, they save geese, they save it, and we dying more than that. And you know why they ain't touching it? For that reason. Y'all helping them kill us off. The femicide rates only rival those in third world countries. We the only developed nation with this level of femicide race. Go research it yourself and go check it out. Why are you?
But it's not just femicide.
I can't do what you got to do. I got to kill you. You slow? What is this? You can't be that slow. I mean, we want to think highly, but then I'm supposed to follow you, but you can't. We have problems all day long. The white man doing this and that. Okay, I got to do this every day. I got this, I got that. But you can't. Okay, baby, why you come home like, I got to kill you. Come on. Tell me what black women. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, no
we
problem.
supposed to be subservient to that. We supposed to be openly subservient to that. Look at the femicide rates. Make it make sense.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you
Well,
know,
I mean,
George, I heard black femicide is just as bad in Africa too. In
That's
some
like
parts
I
of
said,
UK.
third world countries. That's the only place that it rivals. But those are third world countries. We
I
are
don't
a
think UK
developed
is a third
nation.
world country.
We are a developed nation with all these rules and all these constitutions and all these laws and all these rights and things like that. It's not stopping that you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. They might run into the jungle and never come out again. Here, we have a constitution, we have laws, we have things like this, and it's still you just run blindly right into the melee. Like I'm gonna run right back into slavery. I'm gonna run right back into the buck breaking farm and live there for the rest of my life because I didn't like how you questioned me when I came home from school in Taniqua and we had an argument. So I got to kill you or because you moved on and left me. So I mean,
I
we
hear
supposed
you.
to respect this. Where about a man stands up in his chest and really, what are we looking at here? What is that? You got to kill
Yeah.
her. So I got to kill her.
Yeah, I mean
That's the
that's
eighth grade, and then
basically
you tell me they only got an 8th grade education. I see why. You cannot conflict. You cannot problem solve. Men, black men, please get yourself together. Get yourself together because y'all. And then when you look at the demographics and you look at the thing, when you add a black man into everything that's wrong with black people, the teenage pregnancy rate, the high school dropout rate, the college graduation rate. When you add a black man in there, those numbers turn into decimals. Decimals. If
all right. Let's move
y'all are the
forward with this.
solution, y'all the solution. Y'all the solution. But you won't turn around and turn your butts around and act right with us and for us. We need that.
All right. I'm going to go into the next clip. That was well said. Why seeking knowledge? I'll let everybody get their retort in right after I play this clip.
All right, so what's in it? Okay. What you know? How did you guys meet? Going to school together? Yeah. So how did you guys, and who started talking to each other first? So you came at him first or she came at you first?
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate situation because I didn't really know anybody there, and the person I did know happened to be his ex-girlfriend.
What you said, man?
I said it was so unfortunate because the only female I knew there happened to be his ex-girlfriend. So I was best friends with his ex-girlfriend at first.
So you don't feel like it was, how did your ex-best friend feel?
Okay, so it sounds like to me that she stole dude from her best friend. Did I hear that right? Let's keep going. Here we go.
No, you did it. Her ex.
No, I lied to her about it. So I was just kind of like, I don't know. It didn't really make sense because my thing was that if you're not fucking with him and I've only known you for like 2 days and he doesn't want you, then I'm not technically your friend. I can still get at him.
Yeah, but you said I was your ex-best friend, right? Your best friend?
No, that was his
ex-girlfriend. Sorry, what you said? Asking you, girl, you knew though. It was just friend. Okay, so how long y'all been talking?
6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years? Yeah.
We've been together since we were 15.
All right, 2015?
Since we were 15.
How old you guys is now? 21. Okay, that's a long
Wait a
time.
minute. He does not look like he's 21. Dang, he barely looked like he can pass for 41.
So how you guys managing right now? How's the relationship going from how it started and how it's going right now?
I mean, it's a little bit difficult considering the situation, but I think overall, I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. I still get to see him every day. And make sure he's good and he has his needs.
What about you? How you feel like this shit? Still the same love, or is it changing?
I don't think personally that love changes. Honestly, I think that people just fall out of love with people.
Right.
But that's not necessarily our situation. So, honestly, it's just individual improvement is always for the most part.
All right, so knowing the situation you're going through right now, did you expect it to stay with you during the situation you're going through?
Yeah.
So you're expecting it, did you know she was going to stay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know her like that?
Yeah.
All right.
He's homeless. You know, and he seems like he doesn't seem dense. So do you know how hard it is to be homeless when you're the only reason most people who are homeless, it's because of a psychological issue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys feel it's fair for her to have to stay with him? Do you think she's making the right choice? Do you think she's better? What do you guys think?
No, that's not a smart decision.
But that's what the men in the manosphere say, that she's supposed to hold, women, men down. Oh, that's right.
Oh God, not that. But they don't. But majority of the time, they don't hold women down like that. Son, if something bad happened to the woman, they'll be ready to leave like then and there.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I would be humiliated. I mean, even don't get me wrong, it's not anything that anybody else is doing. It's just the fact that, you have somebody in your corner and whatever you're doing, you're not doing enough of.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where you're homeless. And you're a man and you're homeless.
Yeah.
She is, to me, I'm not going to criticize her, but she's really putting herself in a position where it's going to hurt her. I mean, she's only 20? And she has a kid by dude. So he's irresponsible too, and the reason why he's irresponsible is because if your funds are so bad that you can be homeless, you have no reason having a kid. None. There's just no, and if you don't know how to put on a condom, then you shouldn't be having sex.
They don't want to wear a condom, DJ. There's a section of people in our society, in our community, where this is normal for them.
The no condom gang.
Yeah, she's in love. She's got a combination of I'm in love with him / subconsciously she don't realize this, but she got low self-esteem, and he's manipulating her, and he's used to using women in that situation. I got cousins who do this when you heard the term homosexual, right? Like
yes.
I got homosexual cousins, and what they do is one of my cousins straight up told me, man, if I ever need a place to live, I just go down to the bus stop, man, find me some ugly fat girl and get with her, and I'll be living with her. I'm like, dang, man, that's jacked up. But over the years, he's proven it true. She's not always ugly fat girl. I'm just saying he finds girls who ain't getting no play from a guy. And he's a good looking young man. He just, lazy as hell, unaccountable, and smoke all day. And, but he happened to look good and keep himself in shape. So he gets with a girl who can't really get a guy with his type of body and and he puts it down on the chick. I know what he's doing, and they can't handle it, and they let him stay at the house. And this is happening all over the country. It's happening right here on our YouTube screen. He ain't worried about making no real money or nothing like that. He just want to make just enough or have just enough where he got somewhere to stay, something to have sex with, something to eat, and a video game to play, and maybe something to drink or smoke.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean,
but she's complicit in this too. He's not pulling out some Harry Potter wand and putting a magical spell on her. I mean, he is, but not that way. If you know what I'm saying, like she wants to have somebody there with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so whatever it takes for her to go. I mean, it's guys that do this too. It's guys that's working hard, doing their thing, and they'll go find a beautiful chick out here who's unaccountable and lazy and don't want to work, and he'll pay for her. She'll be all up in his house cheating on him while he at work. I mean, it's just the way it go. With those people, they got low self-esteem. Because ain't no way she should be dealing with this guy. But when people are in love and they're infatuated with somebody, there's no breaking through that shield.
True.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I mean, that woman in the video, she's a very attractive woman, and I believe she said she was 20?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is she doing wasting her time with this guy? And why is she wasting, especially when she's 20 years old? She is in her prime. She's a very attractive. I think we all agree she's a very attractive woman. She could have done a whole lot better than this guy.
Yep.
Why? The thing is that I think that this is it's this kind of behavior that creates the that helps. I'm not gonna say create, but it contributes to the culture. Like, why is she gonna lay up with this guy? Knowing who he is, he doesn't have a job. Well, I can't say he didn't have a job when they first got together. Maybe he lost his job. I don't know. But assuming he didn't have a job, why would she choose this guy?
Right.
Because he said the right things. He stroked her in the right places. And then when you look at what's available, when most men just want to exploit you, use you, abuse you, things like that, he might have had this one little special spark. Well, at least he don't do that.
Well,
and that's it. That's all you need now. And it's so low for men. The standard is so low for men. And it's your fault. You did the standard is so low because there's no high level for y'all at all. So the standard is so low.
There's got to be a
look how he's smiling. He got him light skinned. Look at her. She the size 5. All of that. He got all the little play. Biracial. All this. He got all of it. Don't he?
But
I mean, ain't got to do nothing. Probably don't got no job.
Oh no, he's homeless. So I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a job.
So because the standard is low.
I mean, but at that point, whose fault is that if she has these such low standards?
Because the offerings available, we all take the offerings available. We love that. That's what I'm saying. We were the most race loyal group of people. If you do all the statistics, black women are the most race loyal. We want black men. Period. Her hair is nappy, and white men don't want her. Look at her. Look how she wearing her hair. Ooh, don't do it. Come on. I don't know where they are. We don't do this in the United States. They somewhere in the Caribbean. I don't know where they are. We don't do this here. We don't do that here.
But I find it hard to believe, I mean, I'll even spot you that, okay, yes, in the black community, there's not as many, I would say, quality men as you would say in other communities. I'll spot you that, but you mean to tell me it's that slim to where, okay, I got no choice but to choose this guy with no job? I just don't believe that.
Well, let's go over the
Remember
numbers.
where she's at, though. a lot of these women, just like the men, I've seen like where, like, let's say you live in the project, live in the hood or whatever.
Yeah, no.
Okay, wait.
Hello?
It
Oh, I'm sorry,
can
we
be
got the
just like
feedback.
that.
Okay.
I was trying to answer. It can be just like that.
Well, do you have your extra feed on?
Yeah, it can be
Oh, there
just
we go.
like that. Yeah, it can be just like that. Okay, because you got men. Look at all the femicide. Okay, look at this. You got one that understands poetry just like you do. You know what I mean? Instead of one that's just trying to put his Timberland all off in your neck instead of while your kids are asleep or even while they woke looking at you. Okay, yeah, this happens. Y'all don't think this is a real thing. I think y'all base all this loneliness, academic, and all these things on how y'all act personally. And then, well, not all. If y'all think it's 5 men that's doing this, when it's the majority of men. I mean, when we talk about femicide, we talk about just femicide every day. We're not talking about the essays. We're not talking about the beatings. We're not talking about the ticket when the police is called and women got sexual assault. Women got, the physical assaults, things. We ain't even adding all of them in. We talking about, and that's just the last time I checked, which was like 3 years ago. 6 a day. 6 a day. Every day, 6 black women are dead at the hands of a black man. And with the anger and all this stuff and the angst and all, that's increased, it's more than that. I'm quite sure. We probably at 7 now. 8. Okay.
I'm sorry.
This is not, yes, the men, y'all have attached, and then you got black men voting Republican. So we want our slave back. If they got a slit, they a slave. You know what I mean? They should cook for us, stand for us, and be our slave. Because you got some little raisins down there tell you that you are a boss. Stop it. And we have proved that we above y'all in so many different ways. Get over it. Be our team member. Let's be a team against them. They are all against us. They hate us no matter what we are, whether we got a slit or something hanging. They hate all of us. Now, if we don't learn to get together on that note, say, look, these people hate us. Because we did at one point. When the Panthers was out, when the marches was out, when the civil rights was out, it didn't make it that. They didn't hate they women. And all them ones who died, Huey knew all that, they was all married. They was all married to their women. They were loyal men, for the most part. I'm just saying, they were married. They committed. They understand the concept of family and patriarchy. One thing that made white men hate black men was them having to take care of their children because they don't do it. You just gonna bounce around with your pogo stick ping, boom, 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 make children all over. And I have to pay my taxes into this welfare system to take care of what you ain't taking. Well, I got my kids. These kids get on my nerve. Them white men kids get on their nerve like, oh God, I gotta take really. Okay? They don't like it either. But you getting to get off scot-free while his tax dollars is taken, you wonder why they shoot you with your hands in the air. They hot and mad already. They don't even know you. They don't even see you. You have the potential to make some more of you that are causing this problem. And they're going to take you out right now while they got the chance. If we don't learn to stop and curtail this behavior, they're going to keep on taking us out. If we don't get smart, come on now, I got to be making some sense to someone. Come on, man. You the master class, y'all the master. Do I make sense? Is any of this making sense to y'all? No, I got to have me a side piece. Fuck that. Is that where you at? Or are you listening to me at all? We got to get real with this. It's too late. Man, we at crucial times now. We done already let this come to the end game. We can't have this. If you're going to either dive back in or we going to all perish. And you are needed. I don't care. You can get a whole lot of women mad at me. You can get mad at me if you want to. Okay? But I think If we team together, if we were a team, we would be the most powerful force. If we team together, if our men understood the mission and we team together, we'd be the most powerful force. We cool, yeah. We done did so good all by ourselves. They get ready to yank. They yank DEI, all this mess. Yeah, it's gone. They doing the patriarchy against their own women. Where you think we gonna fall?
Great
Okay. Point. And all them women that y'all leaving behind, all them, yeah, there you gonna grab your D&Bs like you just okay. That don't make you a man. Somebody tricked you, fool. Understand that don't make you a man. Men need to understand that they've been sold a false concept of masculinity. You've been sold a false concept. You grabbing your dick and say, hey man, yeah, I got 2, 3, 4, 5 women. Yeah. That all that flash, all that mess was not manhood. The other groups of men, Asian men came here. While the Mexicans came here and grew and got this and got businesses, all this stuff, because they wasn't out cheating on their women like that. They were working their butt off. And the woman had their meal when they came. They were working. Okay? The Asian man came over here, this and that. Whoa, he doing nails all day, or he doing this, blah, 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 blah. His woman at home, blah, 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 blah. But the Black man is the only one who has not truly understand the concept of the patriarchy, and white men have never respected Black men for not understanding the concept of patriarchy and what it means. You have not respected their idea. If Black men have understood the idea of patriarchy, but we're the men, we're the boss. You come home, you pick your paycheck, but y'all kept running off, leaving your darn kids, burdening the tax system with all these problems, with all these welfare benefits and SNAP benefits, all this stuff, because you won't take care of your kids. They hate this, made them hate all of us because you won't be men. They set the blueprint. They set the blueprint, and you won't follow it. You make an excuse. Well, they won't let us go. See what had happened. Well, that's weak, man. Where the refugees at? We need them. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? We need. Come on now. That's enough. That's enough.
All right.
Too many excuses, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Hey, Harrison.
Hey, how you doing? What's up?
Have you been here before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, we can't do a couple times. Do you have an update?
Yeah, hell yeah, I got an update. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, what's your update?
Well, thanks to your dating app or whatever. First of all, I met a beautiful lady on there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you recapped or whatever, but I moved to California.
Okay, I remember you were on the show, and I think I didn't take that serious.
Hey, Auntie, how you doing? Huh?
Haven't you been here before?
Did you guys hear the kid in the background?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once before, yeah, one time.
What? You've been here twice before. What's your update?
Hey, how you doing today, too? Dang. I got an update, though. I got an update, though. You know what I'm saying? For sure that.
Okay. We heard a baby crying in the background.
No, I haven't. The baby was in the next room. It's removed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that. We don't promote no drugs in front of no kids.
But he has no problem smoking in front of him.
Okay, what's your
Oh, I found love. 100%. Yeah. On the dating app, of course. So, bro, I had it, yeah. Huh?
I want to meet this woman. You found love?
I mean, I found love, like, you know what I'm saying? I found love on your shit. I mean, on your app. You know what I'm saying?
Male or female?
Yeah.
You found love on the
100%.
Kennedy Singles dating
100%.
app. Okay. So
Right now, I'm
you
in
live
California.
now. Where do you live now?
I did, but I moved. Long story. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for it right now. It's a long show.
Well, I want to know this.
About a month ago for love.
So he moved to California for love. Let's see where he's living.
Girl lives in California?
What
part of
is
California?
it? Sacramento? Come here.
Come
I
here,
have
love.
to meet
Show
this
her to me.
girl.
I like Zach.
Come here, baby. Come here. She a little camera shot. Come here. Let me see. Say hey. Say hey to my auntie.
Hey. Hi. Yeah. This is your man?
No, hold up.
Wait,
Hold up,
come back.
Kendra. Hold up. Because you ain't been doing this right now. Hold up. Come here.
Okay, Shaq, while she's getting together, tell me, so did you reach out to her on the
So we
app? Did she reach out to you?
liked each other, I guess. And then, you know what I'm saying, we met up, whatever. She said she seen my first episode or whatever. She liked me or whatever and shit like that. So I was like, you gonna fly out here? Because, you know, I don't fly no girls out. And then she was like, you know, I'll fly you to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really?
What? Wait, did he just said because I don't fly girls out? And then she said, I'll fly you to me. I hope this. Now, let me let it spin for a minute. Maybe he's going to, but it sounds like we're getting into another homosexual situation again where a woman is taking care of a man just to have a man, i.e., Yolanda's theory. Here we go, folks.
Wait a minute. So she bought you a plane ticket from
100%.
Texas to California?
100%. This was about a month ago. A month ago.
And you moved within 30
Let me
days?
pause it for 1 minute. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't sound right for a woman to pay for a man's fee to fly out there, and then she's gonna let him live in her place. Because let's face it, that's what's going on. I'm gonna let it spin for a little bit. Let me let it spin. Maybe I'm being a little bit too judgmental. Let me let it spin. Here we go.
I had to chase love. It was time to settle down. You know what I'm saying? I had a real awakening moment for all the girls hit me up on the show.
Jack, some people don't believe the story. They think you're lying.
What was you just seen her?
So you're saying a month ago she flew you out, and then and within the last 30 days you packed up this.
Angela Reddick says, if you fly a man out, you are extremely desperate.
No, not
Texas,
3
and
days. Not 3 days. Not within 3 days. I've been out here for a month now.
Wait, so what?
Yeah, I never
she
went
flew
back.
you out, you never went back?
I never went back.
So you're still in that relationship?
Yeah, I'm still in a relationship. We got a beautiful daughter out of it. So.
Oh boy.
I had to take off my glasses for that one.
So she knew this guy. She knew this guy 1 month already. Okay.
Man. Okay, let me let it spin. I'm trying to give him. I'm being patient, everybody. I'm being patient. Here we go.
Wait, how did you have a baby already? That was 9 months ago?
That was that long ago. You told me don't come back into an update, so I'm like, dang, I can't come back.
When did she get pregnant? Was she pregnant when you called me the last time?
She probably got pregnant a week after that.
What a responsible dude. So this is what I get so far. She pays to fly him out because he's unwilling to spend his money if he has money. He comes out there and literally makes her pregnant when he gets there, not knowing if the relationship or anything's going to work.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
She probably got pregnant a week after that. And yeah.
When did y'all give birth to your daughter?
March 3rd.
Are you serious?
100%.
So this is your first child?
Yeah, this is my first. Yeah, her second.
So you met a girl on the app last year, and now y'all had. So you might be the first baby from the dating app.
Swear, yeah, my baby cute. Yeah, my baby best baby ever. Put a
Yep. Henry, she flew him out.
Put on the baby show. Yeah.
We have a couple of babies already. It's not the first baby. Evans and Joanna have the first baby, and they're actually pregnant again. But you could be the first baby from the dating app.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Can we see a picture of the baby? Do you show her online?
Yeah, she on my profile. I mean, I just updated on my cover photo on Facebook.
Okay, no, I only can promote your app page, but so are you guys? Oh my goodness, you have a baby. I'm gonna be honest. I
Remember, nothing about marriage. Nothing about marriage. But he got it.
You, but I thought you were a clout chaser.
No, I wasn't cloud chasing. I was trying to tell you back then that it was for real. Like when you met me, I was at a wild point in my life. Like I was messing with all type of different girls and stuff, and I was telling you I ain't like, oh.
What y'all think?
I think he's just on here. This is the point of the show. The point of the show is him to double mic or something.
Yolanda's double check. Okay.
Okay, you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead, Deontay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I was just saying that. Yeah, man. Like it's like he playing a game. You done brought a whole human being into this world, and you flaunting it off like, oh yeah, I met somebody on singles, flew me out. Like this. I mean, I know if the point of the show is to find love, right? Then like, then y'all up here having babies, not getting married, got a side chick. I mean, Kendra's show, and I know she didn't intend this when she first did it, but a lot of times this is what happens when you start stuff. It turns into something you didn't intend. It then became a ratchet clown show for the most part. And it has. And there are a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, but she does have quality men and quality women that come on her show. I see them, but I say 80% of them is this, from the men and the women. You know, and the craziest thing with me is the unpreparedness that some of these people are when they come on the show. It's like, remember what you're doing. Remember, you trying to find somebody that wants to date you. And some of these women come on here, they turn on their cameras, they got kids running around in the background, they wearing shirts with no bras on and got their hair wrapped up and smoking cigarettes and just looking like crazy. And then the men be coming on here with shirtless and got smoke all in the background, hair all wild, and beard ain't been combed or brushed or nothing. They're like, who are you trying to attract? Then they go down this whole laundry list of shit we talking about. I need this and that. Like, girl, how? The man you just described ain't even watching this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same thing for the men. So it done became a ratchet clown show.
Deontay, you gonna hate me then.
He was on the show. That was 2 years
No,
ago.
I'm not saying every. I didn't say every guy that's on there, but I'm saying that it seems like because she's been doing this show for what 5-6 years now, and as it's taken off, think about it. If you go to her channel right now and hit popular, right, the most popular viewed shows are the most salacious, ratchet, ghetto. I got 8 kids by 12 different men. Figure that out shows. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude said, I just got out of prison last week. I mean, it is funny, you know what I'm saying? But if me or anybody I know is dead serious about finding somebody and they want to go online, I would not suggest the Kendra G show to them, like the Kendra G app at all. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you was on it, then you know better than I do. If it's like, you know, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, there are some quality people that do use it, but yeah, for the most part, it's there's going to be a lot of ratchetness. You're not lying about that. I had a lot of what you call it? What do you call it? not scammers. What do you call them? When they trolls. So I had a lot of trolls when I went on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. But
Yeah, but you're gonna have to admit it, really. I mean, most of the time, if I watch it when I see it, you're gonna see more of that ratchetness coming from men because they tend to be accepted for their ratchetness more than women. Women, if they got a baby daddy, you a single mama, all this stuff, we get dragged. Okay, so we just don't bust out there. Hey, I got this, I got that. We don't really come into those venues like that because we have been taught not to. For the most part, you got some that still do, but they are not in high numbers like men. It's like, yeah, I got to. Look at Nick Cannon. Look at what's his name, the other one that had the interview with the that black life coach or whatever, Cam Newton or whatever. Okay, they like, yeah, I got 12. You know, okay. So they're out there, they'll get on these dating shows. We don't get on there like that. When you see the you know, them being trifling or whatever, you do see some women on there. I'm like, girl, really? Are you serious? But it's never in the number of the men. I just got jail this week and then see what had happened was I've seen calls from in jail. In jail.
I saw that episode.
Yeah. And I'm in here and I'm looking for hottie honey. And it's like, you don't stop because they know it's acceptable for them to be dysfunctional. It's acceptable for them to be, this is the status quo. That needs to change. We need the real men to stand up and start making sure that this is not acceptable amongst men. Okay, this has been missing for a long time. And since they are so outnumbered, they are scared to speak. You know, and this has been to our detriment. The real men were like, man, that ain't cool. You got two girls. Why you ain't go home to your woman, your baby mom? You done had a baby with this woman. You cheating, man. That ain't cool. Men have not been saying that to other men. And I mean, look at the generations that have passed and it's only been doubling and tripling down. Listen, where you got a superstar who is not embarrassed to say, I got 8 kids. I got 9 kids. He's not uneducated. He sounds like he don't know, have a good concept of life or anything like this. This is our men. The army, you don't hear no white one saying that. You think they ain't watching that? They looking? You think these new policies and this Heritage 2025, look what they going into, this Handmaid's Tale stuff, don't have something to do with what they see, this lawlessness amongst us for our people skills back and forth amongst each other. You think these things they don't want to curtail and put down and stop? Okay, some of this has to do with some of this of what we're doing. Black men, they need to wake up and open act like, okay, being like, this is over. We're gonna have to step up and really be men. Like people are looking, observing, they're making policies, they're doing things that like eradicate us. If we don't get our stuff together, they're gonna eradicate our whole race. Okay, do you see it? I see it. And I'm not anybody in particular like that, okay? But if our men, and you're supposed to be a leader, how am I supposed to follow you and you're not paying attention to the playing field and what's going on out here? How are we supposed to respect that as women? I'm sorry, go ahead.
She like to wake us, see? And I tried to, every now and then she'd just wake up on. I was trying to get her to go back to sleep. But I don't think that's going to happen. She'll probably go back to sleep if I rock her. So,
well, awesome. You know, he was on the show on Saturday. And before I start, I got you. You told me, everybody, I'm going to get to the people in queue. So y'all don't go nowhere. I'm going to talk to Awesome. Okay. But if you ain't queue, you will get an interview. Yeah. So don't hang up. So I'm going to say that to the people in queue.
But I know you let the fox in the hen house.
Hello?
You done let the fox in the hen house.
What does that mean?
They're not gonna like you if you do this interview with me. They're gonna hate you.
No, they're gonna like me. What are you talking about?
Okay, all right.
Listen, who you are represents you. Hi, okay. Cutie. Look at the cute baby.
Hi, Mom.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. But we got a lot of questions because you saw the comment section. I'm quite sure of it.
Well, I saw a little bit of it. I don't particularly pay too much attention, but
Okay, well, I got some questions that that people had. If you didn't see Awesome's first video, go and watch it. But let me get to some questions.
Okay.
He's holding a 9-month-old baby. I'll do a minor recap. This is 9-month-old daughter. He's looking for a Black woman who has no kids. That's not an option for him. Have to be willing to have kids. Be a mother to his child. Do not eat your steak medium well. That is not. It shows you don't know how to act, child. Be open-minded to the steak that he's going to order for you because he orders for his woman. He's not negotiating that. Get with the program or get lost. Is that right?
Yes, so far, basically.
Well, let me ask you a couple things. Are you calling me from a shelter?
Yes. Let me say this. First of all, Kendra, how do you like the suit?
Holy cow. Uh-oh. Did we lose DJ? Hello?
My bad.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, Deontay, I am sorry for proving your point. This dude right here obviously had a kid by somebody who wasn't Black. Okay. No, there's been some anomalies, but for the most part, let's guess that person probably not only wasn't Black, but they were probably as dark as he is. They probably were pretty light. Okay. Now he's looking for a Black woman. But now he has these demands for a Black woman whilst living in a shelter. I don't know what to say.
That delusional nonsense. So my guy has a 9-month-old baby that he's obviously taking care of. He's in a shelter, so he doesn't have a home. And he said that his woman can't have any children herself, but has to raise his kids. And to top it all off, he's one of those control freaks because he said that she can't have a well-done steak, and he orders for his woman. I'm like, oh yeah, dog, you not getting. See, the only way he could have got away with that is if he would have had some money. But since he broke and got ridiculous standards, no, he's not about to get nothing. He can't even offer the chick a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if she was homeless, she can't stay with him. Like, he can't. You a man. You're supposed to be able to provide something.
My question is, what happened to the woman of his child?
And how did he get custody and he don't even have a home?
True.
That means that she probably was in a situation that was so messed up and deplorable. I mean, I don't want to start speculating because we don't know, but she sounds like she didn't have her stuff together that the judge probably said, I'm gonna give this baby to this homeless man because because this little white girl, whoever you're messing with, is living in a Nike shoebox on the streets. I don't know.
I'll play a little bit more and then I'll let y'all rock some more. Here we go.
Came on here looking like a Reese cup. Figure one of these sisters might want to, well, I got to keep remember I got my daughter here. So That's number one. So I hope
No.
everybody
Let's
okay.
start with number one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never did a reaction video to my show, but you
Yes.
had me do a reaction video to your
Yes.
video. And one
Yes.
thing I said, men with money talk the way you talk. Now,
Yes.
you got to have money to talk the way you talk, Awesome. You can't be living in a shelter and making those demands.
Yeah. Okay. Now, are you?
That's my point. That's my point.
Yep, that's exactly what I was saying, DJ. The only way you can get away with all that is you gotta have some money, dog. You gotta have a bag. Ain't no female falling for that. Like,
Right.
what do you what do you think you doing?
Gee, I mean, okay. Let me keep spinning it. Here we go.
Finish. May I speak?
I'm not finished, but you can speak.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
We're going to be having a dialogue. Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, I can because I did. That's number one. Number two, I've always been like this. I don't let money make me. Let me say something, Kendra.
Wait a minute.
Let's just get
Did
right
you
down.
say I don't let money make me.
Yeah.
Dude, you're in a shelter. You need to let money make you. What if okay, I don't let money make me, but you're in a freaking shelter with a 9-month-old kid. What in the let me shut up. Let me just spin the music.
Down to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that a lot of Black women just don't like Black men. They don't respect Black men.
You know,
They don't respect broke men. Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
That's the core of the issue. I don't deal with
I guess that's why you got that mixed kid, right?
symptoms. I deal with the cause. You don't like Black men, so you don't respect Black men. So whatever you always want to come. If I were white and doing the very same thing, taking care of my daughter, women would say, what a great guy he is. They would say, look at him. Look at why this white man doing this, but Black men don't take care of their children.
Because those white men are living in houses, not at a shelter.
Exactly.
You know, I'm sorry, but I'm not saying white men do not live in shelters with kids, but what I'm saying is they're not going to get on TV. I've never seen one get on TV and talk this kind of shit, ever. I know someplace, somewhere it's happened, but
let me give you a little bit of my backstory. I literally left the streets to take care of her. CPS tried to take her from me 4 different times. CPS called me today to try to take my daughter from me.
He doesn't understand, but that doesn't sound good. That means that they want that they're trying, that he hasn't been responsible enough in one way or the other. Because CPS ain't, if you taking care of a kid and that kid is happy, they ain't trying to take no kid.
But at the same time, I gotta say this: if I was homeless and I had a child, I ain't gonna lie, I would voluntarily give up my child, because and it's not because I don't want to be a father or anything like that or a deadbeat. It's just I know for a fact, hey man, I would have too much fear, that I can't provide for this child, and maybe I could put my child in the hands of someone who can to give that child a better life. You know what I mean? There'd be no way in hell I would, be homeless on the street with my child. No way. I would not allow that to happen.
I could see if it was a temporary situation where he can find his way out of it, maybe get some help from some family. He sounded like the kind of guy that burnt every bridge that was possible, though. And
that's a good point. That's a good point.
And I'm gonna tell you this one, man. This guy and some of the other women that come on here, this is the problem with them. They forget again that this is a dating show. Him going down this list of I got CPS trying to take my baby from me. Who is he going to attract? Who wants to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what woman do you think wants to deal with all your demands? You living in a home, and now you got CPS and the government. Nobody, we all have stress in our lives, and we understand that if we get with another person, obviously we got to take on whatever stress and baggage they're going to have. But not if it's something that you just throwing in my face the second I meet you. Come on now, man. I'm skipping this guy immediately.
Mm-hmm.
To do certain things and go through certain protocols in order to make sure she's safe. So let me say this. Number one, yes, I did work at Popeyes. I did a video on that on my channel. I did that. I'm not going to promote it here. If you found it, you know it. You can see it. It was as proud as I've ever been of myself. I picked up trash. Shout out to Shanice Green, who hired me. I made $12 an hour picking up trash at Popeyes. Shout out to the people that work these fast food jobs and that keep this country going. People are not better than them. And so I want to thank them. I learned a lot about myself doing it. It was challenging. I pushed myself because I had to figure out a way to keep milk in my daughter's stomach and keep her out the system. So to these people who have a problem with that,
he could have not just had the kid and not had her in the system at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I would tell that to a young lady too. If you have to stay at a shelter, don't have a kid. Basically, let's face it, he had a kid. I mean, it didn't come out of his own belly, but he had a kid. Yes, I think that's what a lot of men need to understand is that basically you had a kid. So, number one, I know we would be chewing up a woman who just had a kid and is on a dating show. We'd be like, wait, you just had a kid. Take care of the kid. Come back in 2 years, 3 maybe. He just had a kid. And it sounds like to me, he's trying to stay the primary, parent. And it sounds like if he's already had to stop CPS 4 times, it's not going well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe showing off your kid from a shelter is on national video is not a good idea.
No, you know what, DJ? This is I came up with an analogy for that type of situation, but I see this is the first time I've ever seen a guy do this before. But I see sometimes women come on Kendra G's show and they do the same thing. They have a 3-month-old, 4-month-old, 9-month-old, and it's like, why do y'all think a guy, especially the kind of guy you want or the woman you want in his case, wants to be with you in this situation? Like, I'm a single man. I can't wait to get with a woman who got a newborn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, those tables are turning entirely different when it's a woman because, our men have been so dependent upon women. And we got the homosexuals that love to come and lay with women on their couches and in their houses, because they can't sustain themselves. This is a huge problem. Men don't like to pay what they weigh at all. So she got a 3-month. He knows she got some SNAP benefits. She got some this and that, blah, blah, blah. He gonna talk to, yeah, baby, this and that. That nigga ain't act right. No, he didn't. Sure did. He gonna slide off in there. And later he gonna leech up off her. He can do that. She hurt. He left her. All this stuff. Yes, she putting her stupid self out there vulnerable. But why women do it? But men, I'm not seeing this now. So she gonna end up taking care of the kid because the patriarchy teaches us that women we got a slit, we a slave. The SL, they just come together. You got a slit, you a slave. Okay? Now, we looking at you holding up a baby. We know you going to be running around messing with the next chick while we at home with your baby. This has been going on for generation. It look different on a man, but on a woman, It's like, oh, she's a nurturer. She has to keep a roof over the head and all this stuff. So I can slide right in and don't do nothing. Look totally different when it's a woman than it is a man. Admit it.
You know what you can do, and you know where you can go. I've never run or ran from my past, who I am. I'm a man. I stand tall about it all. Money never made me. It never broke me. And I don't give a blank what these silly people in your comments say. These silly hood rat broads with these tattoos on their neck.
What? I think he's been to prison. So
you don't qualify. I don't care about your BBL. Yeah, I don't like that neither. You for recreational use, baby. And for you sucker black men who wear tight chains, you should be, if you're gonna wear a gold chain, lame, it should be at least 26 inches. For real. You're gonna wear gold chains, it should be at least 26 inches.
I'm looking for his. I'm looking for his.
Man, that's
Do you have one? I'm looking for his. I mean, see, and this is the defense nowadays, and it's so typical. The black men have become so defensive.
It's crazy.
26 inches. To you suckers who wear bonnets, to you suckers who go outside in Crocs, to you black men who text the letter K, you a coward and you weak and you don't have the ability to stand like I stand.
Remember now, he's living in a shelter.
That's when I'm up here like, dude, you are living in a shelter, broke as hell, admitting this, with a baby with a woman you ain't even told us about yet. So you know her, she all jacked up. And you up here critiquing people like, I don't understand. You know what this dude is doing? He sees himself at a higher position and maybe he's working toward it. But that's the equivalent of a student in their second year of med school trying to go and do a surgical procedure. Like, no, you're not there yet. Wait till you completed what you was doing. Get your stuff together. You're not ready for no woman, man. You're not even ready for yourself. You ain't got a house. You ain't got an apartment. You ain't got a job. You know what I'm saying? And you up here talking about from what people are, what men and women are talking about these ratchet. Man, I done lost my train of thought listening to this fool.
It is. I mean, it's like he thinks he's better than everybody else. That's the crazy part. I mean both men and women.
This the same red pill stuff that we hear. You hear he started going on the BBLs, he started going on the education, listen, he's brainwashed and he in a shelter. All of them are doing the same thing. He's on red pill content. Guaranteed.
You couldn't do what I do.
All right, now let me just jump in, awesome, because I wanna give you a chance to talk, and you'll give me the same respect. I think we did a really good job of that in our first video.
Yes, ma'am.
Now a couple of things. Now you are very boisterous, and you have a lot of things to say, but not saying that. Listen, life happens to all of us, and you could be in a high rise one day and be in a shelter the next day, and that's fair. So no judgment of where you are in life and trying to become a better man. But you
Actually, that's not true what she said. You're not going to be in a high rise one day and in a shelter the next day. It takes time to lose that kind of money. So it just doesn't. I understand what she's saying. There's peaks and valleys in life, but I think she's trying to give this guy a little bit too much of a pass, in my opinion.
Are doing a lot of judgment to people when at this moment you don't even have a foundation. You don't even have a home. And one would say this is a moment in life where maybe dating shouldn't be your focus because you're requesting a very classy, beautiful Black woman who has no kids to come along and join you in this moment in life. Why would a woman that you describe sign up for a man that's in a shelter? I'm just being honest. And also, not even just a man that's been in a shelter. We
They
understand
will, but he shouldn't ask for it.
that you are changing your life around, but you also did 16 years, according to us, in jail.
16 years in jail. Talking this shit. Let me calm down.
16 years. The best thing he can do is work at Family Dollar or something like that. What kind of
Right.
potential does he have to work anywhere after 16 years in prison? And if he doesn't have a mind to start his own business, he's kind of polluting. He has to have possession of his child, or is he only doing that to control the mother?
Yeah,
She's
you
just trying
never.
to get the baby back. Look.
Yeah, I mean, they said that CPS has been trying to get the child from him for 4 times. So it sounds like to me he really isn't supposed to have possession of the kid.
He needs to get a solid ground. He's trying to get his for the welfare benefits and stuff, so he can get some health care. This is a man. This is what I'm saying. He needs some snap and he needs some stuff, and he trying to take the kid and get it. And you know, I mean, this is sad looking at this from where a man's standpoint is. You know, I mean, it's bad that they desert them too. I mean, a man usually, I mean, I'm used to black men just deserting and abandoning. That he actually have the nerve to actually do this, I don't know what that says. I don't know if that's good or bad. Because it take a lot to raise a kid. It take a lot to change Pampers every day, and there's a lot of obligation. Black men generally run from responsibility. I mean, going at it. Okay. For him to, I don't know if this is out of resentment for her, whatever he's going to do is whatever, but it still takes a lot for him to not have folded after 4 visits. This I don't know. We need to keep listening to this fairy tale.
You have a child, a 9-month-old baby. We don't know all the ins and outs, but we know that a woman had a baby 9 months ago that is no longer taking care of the child. So that's a little crazy. You know, there's just a lot of things questionable about you, and you are asking for an elite black woman to sign up. So why would she do that?
Yeah, I'm not asking anything. It's what's gonna happen. She probably already found me, and I'm very interested in one young lady. Shout out to you, baby. And so that's that. There's that. I may have already found her. You know, that's neither here nor there at this point. We'll see. The truth of the matter is this: because I'm a man, and because I'm not you, and I'm not them cornballs in your comments. So that's why I'm a man who has done things that most of these people could never do. Most of these things
A man who's been in jail for 16 years. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that cornballs are a little bit higher than you right now.
Because I'm a man. And like I said, the definition of manhood is very toxic and it's very flawed amongst black men, and what that really is and what it means. That him to be so off center and off point, for him to stand on everything and say that, you gotta be kidding. Why you in a shelter too? You should be ashamed. He's not ashamed. His whole chest is out there saying this. Well, he got a baby, you know, 9-month-old baby. Come, stop it. Come on, we gotta stop this. This gotta be over. And until other men say, dog, this ain't it. You not it. You know, he need to get pummeled by real men. But like I said, real men are so few in existence that they don't even fight back. It's like, we outnumbered. If it's 50 of you and 2 million of them, it's like you don't really want to say that. You finna get pummeled. And I feel sorry for our good men, because they are extremely outnumbered by this type right here.
Well said.
never read. Let me say
What do you
this.
mean when you say you're
Indiana Mom, let's get your input. How you doing tonight? Indiana Mom on stage.
I'm speechless. I don't. What I. he's bragging. He's so, but how do we take him seriously when he's in a homeless shelter? That's like me bragging about all the cars and the yacht that I have, but my main mode of transportation is some old raggedy tennis shoes and I walk everywhere. What?
Yeah, this is quite interesting. Let's just put it that way. I've never seen anybody. I think I think I'm going to name him Mr. Delusional. Definitely, he definitely fits the bill.
I have a 6-year-old niece.
Yes, I'm
I
not
have
a
a
woman.
6-year-old
Let
niece.
me.
I have a 6-year-old niece that would scratch her head watching this. And just be like, I don't understand. This is so confusing.
But most of them are like, welcome, Indiana Mom. Most of them are like this, DJ. I got a business. I start my own business. You know, they live in these dream worlds.
Yeah, his
Where
business
they're,
was what?
yeah,
Picking up
they
trash
live.
outside of a fast food joint? Isn't that what he said?
They live in these dream worlds where they steal all this man, where they get to violate all the concepts of true manhood and what makes other male groups men. They get to skip and flip over it, blame the women, this and that. But see, look, in his eyes, his gonads weigh, 5 pounds in his world. And they will never have any weight. They be the California raisins in any other world.
But all of that negativity, he doesn't like other black men. He doesn't really like black women, because if he did, he would have chosen them first instead of as the backup. He doesn't like women, period, because he would move heaven and earth to provide better for his child, who happens to be a little girl and will grow up to be a woman. And I don't know, maybe his delusion is so far gone, but I wish somebody would ask him if he would be happy if his daughter dated a guy like him.
Right.
I've seen that before. I've seen that happen on panels, and you should see the look in the face of the men when they get asked that. Some of them try to tough it up. Yeah, I did exactly what I want. And they be lying, but you can see it in their eyes that they get hurt by that question, because they know they don't have what it takes.
My mother asked my dad once if he would be cool with actually, she didn't say cool, that's my slang. She said, basically, would you be satisfied if your daughters dated a guy that behaved and fought like you? And he didn't even take a second. He said, nope, nope, not at all. Nope, nope, nope. It almost freaked him out.
Dang.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that, though, because they don't even do that. They just lie and live in a facade. I mean, that's bad, true enough, but the honesty, I mean, I gotta at least give 1 point for honesty.
Well, honestly,
You gotta
because
get
simply because my mom was college educated, had a master's degree, and lived in the suburbs and took care of us, private schools, all that stuff. And my dad, without his kids' moms, he would have been just like that guy, homeless. He had no good jobs, no education. My dad made it to like 8th grade, I believe, and he never really did anything but make trouble growing up. And by the time he was an adult with children of his own, without the intelligent women that he managed to get, he would have been gone long before he was. And yeah, none of us kids followed his footsteps. Well, a couple of the boys did. I have to, well, but the girls, no, absolutely not. And we were lucky enough to be raised by educated women, many generations of intelligent women that let us know we don't expect you to stick with, what society says you should do. You do your thing. And that's what we did.
I mean, listen, they said that I was lying. There were people. I'm gonna go through some things systematically. So just to go through some facts. Hold on. Oh, my bad.
Oh God.
I was looking for this. So they said that I heard in the comments that I didn't have a passport and I was just lying.
Don't show your passport on a nationwide show.
Oh, don't worry about it. I ain't slow
You
like that.
should-
There you go.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
These aren't the things that.
No, I want to, but can you allow me to cook Kendra for a second, please? Because people they didn't
I
have
had a
problem.
passport when I was
Right,
7.
man, I don't have a problem with that, right? Because one thing about me, I can take the smoke. My shoulder's been big my shoulder's been big.
God.
Well, see,
I need a shot of tequila, I swear.
And so some woman paid for his passport since he's been
I
out of
had
jail.
a-
So he has a slick tongue. He know how
Yeah.
to talk. He actually got close to a woman enough to impregnate her. And now he gonna flip the script, kidnap the baby, try to get an income off of it. I mean, he is his vibes are just really not good at all.
I don't understand why they think having a passport is such a flex. I had one when I was 7.
right. I don't get it either. I don't.
My kids got
$100. They
passport-
had to spend $150 on that for nothing. They don't spend
My kids-
$150 on a woman.
My kids all had passports when they were still toddlers. That's how we traveled as a family. Our kids had to have passports too when they were 2, 3, 4 years old. That's normal.
Yeah.
That's having a passport is not that big of a deal.
It's like a college degree. He's probably the first in his family to ever have one.
Does he have a college degree? Are you kidding me?
No, he
No,
doesn't.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he acting like that. He
Yeah,
he holding
Oh.
it. He's proud of it. Like,
right.
I got a passport. Now, a lot of them act like that. See, I got a passport. Like it's they acting like it's actually a college degree or something, like something in the succession in the
But
family
you
to be
actually have
proud
to,
of
yeah,
that they
that costs-
acquired.
That costs a lot more, and you have to actually work for it.
Yeah. Henry says maybe he should move to Colombia.
That would be great. Just leave the baby
Right.
with capable parents. That's not fair to
Exactly.
her. Lord.
I'm a man who don't allow nobody to tell me nothing. I
That's
stood
obvious.
tall.
That's probably
and I'm gonna
wait,
get
wait.
what I want.
That's
because I-
probably how he got into jail in the first place.
Oh, duh.
I deemed it
Toxic
so.
masculinity.
And so when people can't understand that, I know they can't understand that because they don't know what it is to stand in the face of adversity and to see things through and to come out on the other end.
Well, obviously he did a bad job of that because he ended up in prison for 16 years.
And now he's in a homeless shelter.
Well, if you listen to him, I mean, he's telling you how he couldn't get out of jail while he was in there all those 14 years or whatever.
Right.
He had to learn how to he had to basically that's what he was just flexing right there. You had to learn how to deal with adversity, this and that. You know, they wanted that boo-boo shoot, you know what I mean? And all these he had to talk, he had to either deal, you know, whether he was gonna get cigarettes for it or well, you know, he had to
Right.
learn how to deal with thank you. That's what I'm listening to right there. Either
he
he's gonna
wouldn't
get or he was gonna get beat up or he was gonna comb Tyrone's chest hairs, you know, or this and that. You gotta decide which way you gonna go, you know. Are you gonna do this? You gonna give it up today? Look, I want a whole carton, you know, for this. You know, this fresh. I'm just coming in, you know. He's letting you know that I ain't gonna listen to nobody. You know, he learned that you can hear jail game all in his speech. And that's what has transformed into our streets and into our men, because they have been like so many black men have been to prison. And then they listen to these men that have come out of jail because they so tough or whatever. They ain't taking no mess from no B, and then they take on these
That's
these
the point.
attitudes from the jail men, and they
And he
act them out
sounds
on the women. The base, I mean, if you heard him, I mean, if you back it up, he telling you right there. I don't take nothing from nobody. This, none of that. If you hear jail interviews, they sound just like this.
That's
It's still
true.
fresh on him. It's still on. It's all over him, and it ain't coming off. If somebody been in there 14 years, it ain't coming off them that quick. It's not coming off them.
And I
It's
promise you, while he was in prison, he found the Bible or he found an education because the way he speaks, he does articulate correctly. He has his pronunciation is correct, but the mindset hasn't changed.
Right.
So I bet if you get him mad enough, it could be very, very ugly.
hence the femicide rate that I speak of.
Right.
Their manhood
Bingo.
is so very delicate, and it's based on some things that aren't solid. It's based on, well, she told me this, and she gonna not tell me this, and and then they just got to act all the way out because their manhood is based on some real delicate things, like crystal or something, like very. You touch it in the wrong way. That's it. We burying so many women just because she don't want to get beat no more. Like, okay, I can beat you.
Right.
Like you don't listen to me. I want to go to the store. You ain't want me to go to the store. That's your problem solving is your knuckles. Like you ain't no bigger than that. That's like I can watch National Geographic. They don't know how to talk and say, they pee on a tree and say, look, dog, this is my land over here. You keep your stuff. Okay, I keep my stuff. But they can't just talk like that. So they bucking horns and bucking, you know what I mean? For 20
Yep.
hours and whatever. Okay,
Yep.
I can watch this National Geographic and watch that.
Yep.
Are you an
Yeah.
animal? Or are you a person? Are we a higher form of being? Why did God in your Bible, in your patriarchal Bible, grant man authority over this? And you still killing like National Geographic. And I'm supposed to still follow you?
No.
Okay.
And Angela is correct. He is overcompensating. He keeps talking about I'm a man. He may as well be screaming I'm alpha male, alpha. And usually the ones that preach it so much are the ones that are actually the farthest from alpha that you could get. Real men, real alpha men, real whatever you want to call it, leaders, whatever you want to call it, do not go around announcing how great they are. They just say, you know what, this is what needs to be done. And not only am I going to be a leader and guide everyone else, I'm going to get the ball rolling myself. I'm going to jump in and start and let them follow me.
Exactly. You never hear them make those declarations or have those conversations. They don't have time. They moving things and doing things, and their mind doesn't sit in these chambers, these echo chambers where these people exist. They don't even exist there. I know real men that you would quote unquote really consider true alpha men. And I be saying, they be saying this over there. They don't even know nothing about it because they be moving stuff over here and over there. No, they're like, what? They said, well, what? Like, yeah, that's what they be saying on there. Like, wow. They don't know anything about it because they absorb and they own, and they're such men that they don't fall off into this. They don't even know what these people talking about.
Nope.
These people that have no business.
The only thing some of these guys are actually moving is an Xbox controller. Let's be honest. And the baby's juice box and their snacks. That's what they're moving.
Mm. Man, let me play a little bit more, and then we'll call it a night. Here we go, folks.
See, a lot of these people, they we get caught up in groupthink. You know what I mean? Like groupthink is really really huge. If you can't see past my current circumstance, like I said, if I have to tell you, then I ain't for you. Because any woman who can literally see the way I move, the way I talk, the way I dress, you can see this guy is not. He's different.
He's different. Yeah, he's been in prison for 16 years. What's different?
Dude, that's not
That's a
the
bad
flex he
different if
thinks
you
it
ask
is.
me.
That is not the flex he thinks it is, dude.
No, he did. I agree. Like, wait a minute. Nah, that's not how it goes.
Right. And I'm going to tell you something, Kendra, and there was one show I remember. Black women are the only women that let their best men go to other races of women.
What?
Oh God.
What? Bro, you was in jail for 16 years. You weren't around. And I don't know about you, but in most societies, if you had to go to prison for 16 years, you're not really what was No Fugazi calling top tier. If you know what I mean. You're not top tier. You're not a high value man.
I think what he's talking about is the baby's mom is a non-black woman, and black women should have kept him from getting mixed up with her. or the woman he ended up in prison because of is a non-black woman. So we should have stopped him 16 years ago from doing something stupid.
Oh man. But that's part one of this. I mean, we only got we only got 10 minutes in a 1 hour video, and that was enough right there. But we're gonna have to have a part two.
You know,
What do
because
our men on the panel think? Because it's like they got silent, like both of them. I mean,
Darnell,
I
are
would
you
like
there?
to hear them speak on these things. I mean, I have a lot to say. I would love to hear. I mean, are you embarrassed? Are you? I mean, what is the thought pattern behind these things?
I just returned. I'll be honest with you. I just missed the last. I want to say 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
no,
it made you walk away.
Oh, Feisty Black Tita in the house.
But yeah, I mean, from what I saw before, yeah, I mean that is definitely embarrassing. You know, especially to hear the man say, "Oh, you know, I'm a real man," and you know, the bravado. It's just, it's like, man. I mean, this guy's priorities they're all mixed up. You know, the last thing that guy needs to be thinking about, you know, is a woman. You know, and you know how he has his daughter is beyond me, but like he needs to be giving up that child for you know, he really needs to give that child up for adoption, you know, or I mean a grandparent, somebody.
Yeah.
You know, get a job, start focusing. I mean, I'm not going to clown them for going to jail. Hey man, everyone's done something stupid, and you know, I'm in no place to judge, you know, man, you know, especially me being an alcoholic. I'm in no position to judge. But, you know, I'll definitely say this. He definitely has to, you know, start getting a job, you know, and you know, get off the street. You know, that's what being a man is about overcoming adversity. And I don't see this man overcoming any adversity.
Exactly. I think he causes more adversity than he resolves.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, everybody. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow's Monday. A lot of us have to do some things.
Oh yeah.
Any last words? Let's spit them out.
Ladies first.
I just like to say, I just hope we do better and do each other better. Black women have been trying for a long time. We the matriarchs. We've been holding things down. Like I said once, I mean, we didn't even have the right to own property or a credit card or anything till the 70s. Once the torch got passed to us, we've been running ever since, to the point where they so mad they cutting out the Department of Education. If we don't get our men with and behind us and get off this stupid patriarchy stuff, oh, I got DMB, so it means it's over. We gotta quit. It has to be over. We need our men, the base, the little 5% of men that's real men, need to start screaming from the rooftops at these ones that are killing us. They need to do it. Need to do it now. This is a very critical time. That's what I got to say.
Amen to that. Jackie Gaines says maybe he meant real man as man having a male body parts that should have been locked down because that's about it. Yeah.
Well, male body parts don't make you a man. I mean, that just makes you a male.
Good point. Very good point.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and kick the beat. Let me see, what am I going to play tonight? I think I'll play this tune. Why not?
Have a good night, everyone.
All right,
Good night,
Yolando,
everybody.
thank you for
You too,
coming to
ma'am.
the stage. Darnell, thank you so much. Indiana Mom. And we can't forget about Deontay. Deontay came up too.
Yes.
It was a cool night tonight. It was a great night tonight. Let me get the shout outs going on in the chat. Jackie Gaines holding it down perfectly. Indiana Mom, Icy Black Tina, Angela Reddick, Henry Mars, Mama, Kevin the Lifestyle Guy, Hazel Bud, shout out to the friends in the back. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming through. Check you out on the next one.